following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
This week on the Defy Life Podcast, we will discuss a 56-year-old single lady getting scammed out of over $270,000 by a dude on Match.com. We'll take some listener questions. We will have our monthly wellness segment with a special guest. We'll discuss NFL free agency, and we'll wrap things up, as always, with some trivia this week hosted by Al. Let's get to it.
Football. All my sports teams off season go through withdrawals, 30 minutes to tip off. Like Rakim was saying, weak ideas give me ear problems. Sound like thunder and rain. I'm excited that you came on this journey with three of my friends. Defy life till we die and grow wings. Just a different perspective. Haters in every direction. Refuse to live my life based off your projections. Their expectations are lazy. My expectations are crazy. My lady defies me. Koozie, Brown, Brady, Jordan, LeBron, Aaron, Bonds, Mayweather, Ali Foreman. You get the picture, greatest ever born. I attack without warning. This is not around the horn. Them other shows whack, a lot of yawning. You really want to be the best, got to pay the price. We make winning look easy. Welcome to Defy Life. Defy Life.
Yo, welcome back to the Defy Life Podcast, brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network. We advise you, as always, to like, subscribe, follow, and drop us a comment whenever you listen. The Defy Life Podcast can be found everywhere your favorite podcasts are available. You can also check us out on all social media platforms at Go Defy Life. The Defy Life Podcast is sponsored by our friends at Soleful Healings. This is your host, J.R. Glymph, joined as always by my wonderful co-host for episode 90. What is this, y'all? 98? 99? Damn, we close to 100.
99, I think.
99. Jesus, we so close to 100. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, episode 99. Jesus. Gerald Hedrick, Alvin, Glymph, Thomas Stevens, Yusuf English. How's it going today, Gerald?
Yo, bring me in, Yoshi.
Oh, God. I'm going to need y'all to rehearse.
Jay, Yoshi, yeah, you're supposed to be bringing me in, man. Anyway, man, I'm glad to be back for another week. Welcome all the listeners. We appreciate you listening. That's 2 for Tuesdays, baby. Y'all already know the rhythm is back. How are you, Jay?
Hey, that ain't my music. Cut that shit off. Thank you. I'm good, man. Yeah, for real though, I fucked up the intro enough. Like y'all got to rehearse that shit. Yeah, but I'm good though. Appreciate it. Thomas Stevens, how's it going today, sir?
It's going well, man. I can't complain. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you. Why so serious? Man.
No,
like this shit. Man. Okay, I'm good today, sir. Alvin Glymph, welcome back, sir. How's it going?
Oh, what's up, man? It's so good to be back. But can I take a second? As I was coming into the Defy Life office today, Cliff, our doorman, you know Cliff, right? The doorman.
Yeah. Who doesn't know Cliff?
Cliff is that dude, right? So he was talking to me about some of the rumors that were being spread around me in my absence. So it's 2 rumors that I got to clear up. One, for the record, and I don't have no disclaimer or nothing like that, but really, for the record, despite what you heard on the street, right, I was not traveling the country while I was gone. I was not in Philly. I was not in Washington, D.C., and I was not in Dallas establishing a David Gettleman fan club after the trade of Odell Beckham. That is not what I was doing. I was not there establishing that fan club, despite what the rumors were. So I know people was wondering where I was. And the other one, despite me winning the championship for the Fayette County 18U Rec League, right? I was not in L.A. meeting with Magic Johnson about the head coaching job with Luke Walton. I was not doing that either. I know you believe that, and you might have been spreading it. You might have been spreading it.
Well, look, I spreaded it, but I ain't started. That was Cheryl, the secretary downstairs. She started that shit.
She started that shit. Nah. Yeah. We had lunch. Well, but we didn't discuss no job. I don't want the word to get out there like that. So that's just let's just squash all those rumors right now, because there's a lot of Dallas fans, a lot of Philly fans, a lot of Giant fans who would really, not Giant fans, Cowboy fans, who would really like to, sign that dude up, because we real happy that Odell is not in our conference no more.
Yeah. I wouldn't want you to sign with the Lakers anyway, because, I mean, Bron is there, and I want you to be able to call your own plays and sign your own players. So don't go there. I want you to be able to make some decisions. That's a damn shame that's what's going on over there. But that's for that 10 spot. Right. Money gonna do. All right.
We gonna say that for the 10 spot.
No doubt. All right, Yoshi, how's it going today, sir? Let me hear it.
You know, she know I'm talking to her, but I gotta give a special shout out tonight to that special lady. She knows she is. Hit me up earlier, say I don't shout her out. So here's your shout out, girl.
Oh no, we need names, or it didn't happen.
Here's your shout out. Oh no. We don't roll like that. I'm building up my fan club, and we can't hurt the fan club. So we can't hurt my fan club numbers. So that's the lady out there. This one for you, baby. Night and day.
Wow.
Feel about you night and day.
No names though, huh?
Nah, no names. We don't do no names. There ain't no names out here. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, One Cardo, 4 for 4. Ready to get at it again.
No, sir.
Appreciate being on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, how's your week been, Jay?
It's good, man. I take it that shout out is to nobody and everybody. If you think it's about you, right, then it's about you. Absolutely. If you think it's about you. Oh man. Everything's good this way, man. Before we go any further, just want to catch our listeners up on a few things that will be coming, and that have happened already. So first of all, we want to remind everyone to please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/Go Defy Life, and go become a patron of Defy Life, and get all kind of cool stuff, merchandise, opportunities to be a guest on a show or a segment, opportunity to cross brands and be on shows throughout the network, and opportunities to get free merchandise repeatedly throughout the year. And just to further become involved with the Defy Life movement. So please go visit our Patreon page. Also, we want to announce that we are officially a sponsor of an All-Star game. So I say we as an entire Defy Life family. So, Yosh, this was your work, man, and make that announcement, sir.
Yeah, Defy Life is one of the official sponsors, along with Buffalo Wild Wings and Chick-fil-A, Little Caesars, to sponsor the first annual PD All-Star Game to happen March 29th in Florence, South Carolina at Wilson High School. The Defy Life is the sponsor of the three-point shootout, slam dunk competition, and also is the sponsor of the MVP choices of both the boys and the girls games. The game will feature 6 D1 signees and a host and slew of players that are currently unsigned but do have offers. A couple JUCO signees and the number 3 ranked player in the state, number 5 ranked player in the state. So it's going to be a big deal. WPDE here out of Myrtle Beach will be doing their All Hoop Zone Awards. It's going to be a huge event, man. iHeartRadio is going to be in the building to broadcast some of the stuff live. SCNow.com will be on hand. Phenom Hoops, Carolina basketball. I mean, it's going to be so big of an event. It's going to be extremely dope. So the 3-point shootout for the girls will be at 5:30. The slam dunk competition will be at 6:15. And then the girls game is going to start right after that. Boys game right after that. So it's going to be a dope event. You know, bring the kids out. Come out, you know, if you're in the Florence area or anywhere near it. You know, you're not going to want to miss it. $7 entry, and you get all of that for $7. So come on out and support, man.
You told them everything except for where it's at. Where would it be?
Yeah, I said at Wilson High School in Florence, South Carolina.
Okay, cool.
I said
did you? Okay, I missed that part. My bad. I'm so excited.
You good. You good, man. I mean, the buzz has been. Make sure that you follow the game on Twitter. It's PD All Star G1 on Twitter at PD All Stars G1. So go ahead and follow that, man. We posting highlights of the players and stuff like that. So, and we also going to do a little raffle. There's a raffle there too. So yeah, it's going to be a good event. And you know, the committee said to tell Defy Life, thank you for being one of the sponsors.
That's
Absolutely.
dope.
Yes. Thanks for having us. That is dope. So, yeah, man, we are excited. We are officially a sponsor, and it's the first year. So we're glad to get to grow with that game through and build that relationship. So we were definitely excited. So, yeah. And lastly, but certainly not least, the Defy Life Gear Spring line is set to be released on April 1st. That is not an April Fool's joke, folks. So as we prepare for this drop for the spring line, as dope as the gear was from the initial release, y'all ain't ready for this spring release. So it's about to be all kinds of fire up through here. So yeah, man. So April 1st, get ready for that, and let's get a show started, fellas. We only again tonight we excited again because it's the second installment of our wellness series. So we'll have a health and wellness segment with Latoya Calhoun from Soleful Healings, who is also our sponsor for the night. So she'll give us all her info as far as how to contact her. But we're excited to talk to her about some natural remedies and about her business. So first up to bat, as always, is our news tidbits. We only got one, but it's a pretty fucking funny one. So did y'all hear about this lady in Oakland, California? 56-year-old single hairdresser who needed a date, I guess, and she decided to go on Match.com and find herself a man. And she hooked up with a dude who is a Marine and who is abroad right now. He's deployed. And they started talking, exchanging messages, even sent some pictures, and she, in her words, I fell in love very quickly. Apparently so, because when he was he took his first deployment, he said it was classified and he needed support, so he asked her to send him some money, and he just kept rinse and repeat that cycle over the course of the last 9 months. And this lady is out $273,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, even to the point that there are people on Twitter like tweeting this dude's picture out, trying to find out who the picture really is, because nobody knows who the actual guy is. So they at least trying to figure out whose face he's using to catfish this lady. But yeah.
Right.
How man, how would it get to that point, money? $273K? No fucking way.
Yo, first of all, I don't, just for everybody that ain't a millionaire, $273,000 is a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, for that's a life-changing event type of money. I don't, first of all, a buddy in the military, I mean, who knows if this is the case, but if he's in the military, and they're deployed, they don't even get to spend their money.
Right.
Like, they basically get the bank the whole time they're deployed,
That's why when they always come home, they always buy new chargers.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's just,
Right.
you know, like,
yeah.
like they got all this bread to spend. They don't know what to spend it on. I'm gonna go buy a new charger.
Yeah.
You know, I just, man, you know, a fool in their heart. You know, a fool in their heart, man. You know, I mean, man, maybe she had it to give. Maybe she had it to give. But I hope there's not some lady out there just hard down on her luck trying to figure out a way to make things work with her man. You know, I just, you know, half of me is like, that's crazy, that's wild, that's fucked up. And the other half of me is like, shit, if a motherfucker gonna get away, if I can get away with somebody giving me $280,000, hey, shit.
Yeah. Al, are you sending anybody $1 if you ain't met them yet?
Hell no.
Exactly.
Hell no. And I just don't understand when did the game flip like this that you could just online fall for somebody and end up giving $270,000 to them. Like that I feel like I just fell asleep and woke up somewhere else on another planet because I'm just, how the hell does that happen? That's just crazy to me. Crazy.
Yeah. And so, Pooh, you pretty quiet, man. You finished working up your plan on how to get $275,000 out of some chick? What you right there, writing down your plans? What you doing?
Nah, not at all. That's just flat out insane. Like, what was he telling her he needed the bread for? Like, to buy an entire complex? I mean, what in the world?
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. But I mean, sucker for love. Flat out sucker for love.
That's a lot of goddamn Chargers. That's what
I mean. She'll sucker for love, man. It's the American way, though. See what you can get out of people without getting caught.
All right.
I mean,
and if he's American, first of all,
what did he really do wrong?
No, he did a lot of shit wrong.
Yeah, he probably.
I'm saying wrong in terms of like you shouldn't do people like that. But he ain't break the law.
He probably impersonating a whatever Marine. He probably not even Marine.
He ain't breaking her account and steal the money. She had to send it. She sent it to him.
He doing a lot of phony shit though.
Yeah, I mean, now wrong and illegal are two different things.
Saying what I'm saying is he ain't. Well, yeah. When I say he ain't doing
right.
nothing wrong, I'm saying he ain't breaking the law. He ain't out there. Yeah, we'll see. But and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying this. And this is look. What I'm saying is
what you saying, Marty?
What you saying? Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. My grandma, before Lord rest in peace, before she died, we couldn't figure out. Like, we used to be like, yo, why you don't? She used to always call my pops and me for like money to pay her bills. I'm like, yo, but you get a check, you get Social Security, you get a pension. Like, what do you do? I'm giving her my, and it turns out she giving all her money to the church. Like, she go and the pastor put that, how the pastors talk, they put all that on you. Now she giving her money, she investing her money in the kingdom of God and not in the kingdom of her light bill. So is that wrong? Yeah. Is it illegal? No. Like, so what I'm saying is, and that was a decision that she was made. Like, she actually knowingly made that decision. Like, they didn't say, well, Miss Flory, you gotta give us his money. You gotta give us his money. Like, she just thought she was, helping the kingdom of the Lord, right on the wrong to the glory of God. So I just mean, like, when you find whatever chord strikes with people and they willing to give and give and give and give, people will do. Some people will do that. To me, I put that at the adage of a fool and their money will easily be departed. The same thing with the kids that bought into the, you have that much money where you ain't gonna miss it to the point where you give somebody $280K. It was not. Look, if somebody scam you out of, $100, $200, like that's one thing. If it's $300,000 over the course of X amount of time, hey man, you a sucker.
Yeah, absolutely.
For whatever.
But yeah, I mean, I get all that. But the initial question was, did he do anything wrong?
He did a lot of shit wrong.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure.
But he ain't break the law.
No, yeah, we know that, but we just want to make sure your moral compass aligns with use of English. Is moral compass
is impersonating someone? Is that breaking the law though?
No, because that's just catfishing.
Not
unless you're impersonating a government official.
Yeah, unless you're impersonating a government official. That's for the purpose of
someone
XYZ.
Someone in the military. They're not a government official.
Well, because he didn't use that as any forms of
as a ploy. But I mean, but he kind of did though.
Oh no, he did.
He kind of did, didn't he?
Well,
yeah.
no, because
no, he didn't. Well, it says that he told her that he was on a secret mission in Afghanistan, and he needed cash fast. So, like, she had to go through a fake military attorney to deposit money into a Chinese bank.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
That's a scam, dog.
Yeah.
Of course she said,
scam.
but
multiple people are involved. This might be okay. So when you start, this might hit this is where it might get illegal because multiple people are involved.
Then
you got to go through a fake, this, fake this, or fake that.
Right.
Well,
it might be illegal.
Let me say something, really, really quickly. First
she still
off,
ain't getting nothing but a 4 for 4.
In the mail today. These nuts. Got it. Got it.
That's first off. Secondly, you's a dumbass, okay? Because like when you read the story, there's so much bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he hit her with the I know you're doing everything to help me, but I just want you to try your best.
Right.
She says, I was so nervous and shaking, I did not know what to do. I told him, he said, don't worry. Don't cry. We got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what the messed up part about all of it is? She ain't the only dumbass. Because apparently, like, romance scams are like what the big shit is now. And they said over the past year, 21,000 people have lost a reported $143 million. I'm in the wrong goddamn business. I need to be on Match.com and trying to figure out how to do that shit.
Right.
Because, like, you are a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You are, and then you know what the last part of the story? She complained to Match.com. You know what they did?
Yeah, it was like, sorry, we can't do shit.
Sorry, but here's your $107 membership fee back.
Yeah, but that's really all they can do. Like
you're stupid.
Yeah, it ain't their fault. You know what I'm saying? But
that you're an idiot.
Right, but that also shows. I mean, I feel bad for the lady. Like,
I don't.
I
do, man. Like,
now, if you're dumb enough to believe this bullshit, what we have to keep our relationship between us. Promise me that because most friends could be jealous.
You don't feel bad for a lady that gave a perfect stranger, somebody she never fucking seen or met a day in her life, $300,000. You don't feel bad for her?
Like, there's like, I'm just saying, to me. Now, I ain't saying y'all gotta agree. What I'm saying is, to me, like, the fact that she's stupid and short-sighted and gullible don't mean I can't feel sorry for her.
True that.
I'm not denying those facts. She's stupid as fuck and gullible as hell and all that stuff. But I still feel bad for her because I know, for one, I understand the power of loneliness. I understand how powerful being lonely can be, right? And so I also understand, because I've seen it before, how anyone can get involved in something, and once you put a little bit in, you feel like, oh man, I'm invested. Now I got to give more, and I'm invested that much, and now I got to stay in it. So I get how that works. It's, it's like, I I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I ain't never been duped before. I ain't never gave up $273,000, but we've all gotten duped out of some shit and look back on it and be like, damn, I was stupid as fuck for that. Whatever, like it can be small. So that I can't begrudge her for being human. So yeah, I feel bad for the lady.
I mean, all that kid was giving her was combo. 280K. Hey, there's plenty kids who gave her that rod for $100. Let them
would have been like old boy from Any Given Sunday. It was like, what are you married? You remember that part where they was at a party and the dude was like, you married? And the chick was like, old lady was like, I'm between marriages. And the dude said, what do you do for dick?
Cass would have been giving all she can handle for the free ski for a good meal.
Yeah, if he would have broke off one time, he would have been a millionaire.
And then then she let him stand her up at a restaurant on her birthday.
Yeah,
like that's at that point. That's the point where she realized it was a scam.
Right.
Like at that point.
It's a reason why they have a whole fucking television series dedicated to this shit, because it happens. Like, she ain't the only one this shit happens to.
Yeah, there's a lot of dumbasses out there.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's the power of loneliness and the power of, like, hope. Like, hope will get you in fucking trouble.
Oh, no, hope's a drug now.
Yeah.
Hope is a damn drug now.
Right. Hope, the power of hope is crazy.
Exactly. So, and especially like Pooh said, like, I don't care who the woman is. We all know any woman we know, any woman we don't know. There's a dude that can talk out of her money and her drawers. There's a dude out there that can do it. Now, it ain't the same dude for every woman, and we all know a woman who we are that dude with. Right?
That's true.
And so she just human. Like, I know a chick right now I could call if I wanted to and talk out of her drawers and her money. And I'm sure y'all do too.
Ain't nobody disagreeing with your facts.
Right.
We just disagreeing with the conclusion at the end of we feel sorry for.
I don't
feel sorry for
shit.
it
don't happen to me. We know it happens all the goddamn time, and I don't feel sorry for them. That's all.
Okay, and I get that. So when, and I'll say when, because it happens again all the time. When some shit happen to y'all, don't call me. And don't tell me about the shit on the show because I'm going to make fun of your asses.
No, I'm going to call you because you the motherfucker who going to feel sorry for me.
No.
You know what's crazy?
Because at that point...
I was just about to say, Jay, you've been knowing me for 20 years. If I call you and was like, shit, I just gave all my money to her.
Then I laugh at you. Like, it's
you will laugh on my face.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not going to feel bad for me at all.
No, because I know you don't fall in line with, like, what do you want me to fake it? You want me to feel sorry for you and not this lady? So I
want to know why you would feel sorry for the lady and not feel sorry for me. That's what I want to know.
Right.
Because I fucking know you and I know you know better. I don't know this lady. I don't know Yen. Yen is a fucking jackass.
I come up to you, you say, you dumbass, you should have known better.
Exactly.
This fucking stranger.
That's exactly what I tell you.
I do feel sorry for her.
Like, I'd be like, I've known you 20 years, man. You know better, you fucking jackass. Like, I would say that shit. Like, to her, I'd be like, yeah, come on.
And after he tells me that, then he'll get all y'all on the phone to clown.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I wouldn't even do that. I'd wait and make it a fucking segment for the next show.
Good radio.
Right. You go be a news tidbit on the next show if that should happen.
True. Hey, so out of each one of us, which one of us are more susceptible to be catfished?
In my opinion?
Yeah, your opinion.
Oh, money all day.
Hey, ditto. I second that.
I didn't even think about it. Well, okay, and I'll explain with this. One is because money's the only one here that hasn't been married, right? True. So, like, once you married, and whether you still married or you're not married anymore, once you've been married, like, you develop a wall and you better develop more armor, right? And so, like, you're more cautious of relationships and hope, and so you just naturally are. So that's part of it. And then two, I know money, like especially if she cute, if she find money, don't give a shit for about 10, 12 minutes. It's a window in there where you can get money out of his money if you got a fat ass, and so yeah, it's a window. So yeah, absolutely, it's money. I ain't even have to think about that shit.
True that.
Right.
True that.
Yeah.
Hey,
especially if he ain't hit yet. Oh yeah, you can get money out of his money. Yeah.
Don't, ladies, if you listening, don't try that bullshit on me.
Shit, they gonna run it on you, son.
Drink after drink after drink after drink.
Oh, Yosh fan
money
club.
buying the ball.
Yeah, Yosh whole fan club gonna switch over to money. Oh, this nigga don't even open doors, but money handed out checks. Oh yeah, fuck that.
Oh, that's why they call them money.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Hey, and this is his line. Get her whatever she wants. It's on me.
Right.
Hey, I've witnessed it, so I already know.
I can't stand y'all, man.
I already know. I seen it. The most you're gonna get out of Yosh is a meal. Yosh should give you that meal, but he ain't gonna go in his pockets too quickly. But money, he'll keep them drinks coming. He'll keep them steak rolling.
What that song say? That song say, I ain't got shit but dick and bubble gum. That's about it. That's about all you can get out of me.
Oh boy. And Pooh, you asked that question for a reason though, because you already knew.
I already knew.
You already knew the answer. You like,
I already knew the answer.
Yeah, money.
I just wanted to see was you with me. That's all. Who was with me?
Yeah, right. How long I think about it?
Oh man, a moment.
That shit was cocked and ready to go. Oh man. Well,
I disagree. I think it's Jay.
man, shit, my wife can't get $8 out of me on a Thursday before she get paid.
True that.
Shit, my kids had trouble on picture day getting money out of me. Man, so
Go ahead,
yeah,
Jay.
nah. Oh man, well, before we get to our listener questions, because we don't want to keep her waiting too long, we gonna y'all mind if we go ahead and jump on and get our wellness segment in?
Sure.
Nah, I don't mind.
All right. So, so we are ready for our health and wellness segment for this month. We are excited to have on Latoya Calhoun from Soleful Healings. How's it going today, Toy?
Great. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome to the Defy Life Podcast.
Yo, amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
No doubt.
You sign up for Patreon yet?
Oh, good question.
You said what?
You sign up for Patreon yet?
I haven't. You know what? I just heard about Patreon, so now you're the second person that said that. So that is something I have to actually look into.
You know what they say, the confirmation. It's all about confirmation.
Absolutely.
And if you out there listening to this segment, go sign up for Patreon.
Go sign up for Patreon and become a patron of Defy Life and Soulful Healings once they get set up. So yeah, absolutely. But yeah,
That's
so
right.
Toya, tell us about yourself, your background, and your business.
Okay, so I am, hello guys and listeners. Thank you for having me on the show. I am just your average girl, man. Just average person over here trying to, figure out a way to have some natural solutions. Really just got tired of using products and not really having any results, not really, getting results. So, I'm just kind of like a go-getter. I'm just like, I can figure it out myself. And that's exactly what I did. So I got into the kitchen, and I started, creating some old school recipes. Really, not really creating myself, but like taking, things that were passed on, through the generations, through my grandmother, through, my mom, different remedies that they would do, and I kind of put my own twist on it. Just out here. I'm in Atlanta or Alpharetta.
Hey, ATL.
Yes. Hey, yes.
Hey.
And I've been out here. I'm originally from New York. Been out here for probably it's been like 10 years now, I think. So I don't know. Something about being in the South just kind of made me feel like closer to. I don't know. I needed to get more with some natural, getting away from the city and getting away from that kind of all the pollution. I wanted to find natural solutions. So that's pretty much how Soleful Healings came about. Really just looking for solutions. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we've been. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. So tell us more about Soleful Healings. And first, it is Soleful, SOLEFUL, Soleful Healings, which is dope.
SOLE, yes, SOLEFUL Healings. So we did a play on words there, on the word there. More so, it's exactly what it sounds like, but there's a little twist. We really focus on healing through the feet. Healing through the feet. And so most of our products are designed to be placed on the feet to heal through, heal from the bottom up.
Right.
With our feet, there's a lot of glands and organ parts and that are connected to our feet. We're all familiar with reflexology, I assume.
Yeah.
So just, that with knowing that and how, there's different trigger points and different, glands and organs, within the feet. I just kind of was like, why not design something that's going to actually heal the rest of your body, but like in a simple way. Most of our feet, the most of our abuse, really. We kind of take it for granted, but our feet take so much abuse, and then really we don't pay attention to them, really.
Right. Unless you Yoshi's wife or something, then other parts might take abuse. No, I'm just kidding, Yoshi. Yeah. I just want to see if you're still there.
He gonna get you, Jay.
Y'all gave me the disclaimer before. I'm here. I ain't said nothing to nobody. I ain't bothering nobody. We on the wellness segment. It's not Yoshi's time right now. It's not my time.
Oh,
you know,
man.
Mr. Cardo 444, I'm out. You know what I mean? It's wellness time. Let her be wellness. I'm on timeout. Don't bring me back in, Jay. Don't bring me back in, Jay.
All right, I threw that rock and that dog hollered. But okay.
Okay.
Man. Oh man. Well, yeah. That's so dope. Like ever since since you started your business, like I've always thought it was dope. I thought the concept was dope. I thought the title was dope. So I had to get you on. And the guys were so excited to have you on. So tell us all about where our listeners can find you on social media, websites, how to get the products. So off the jump, they'll know how to get in touch with Soleful Healings.
Absolutely. Thank you. And, I appreciate even, having you guys having me on your platform. Absolutely appreciate it. So you can find me on social media, Facebook, Soleful Healings, SOLEFUL Healings with an S. On Instagram, Soleful, SOLEFUL _Healings with an S. On Etsy, we have an Etsy page, www.etsy.com/shop/Soleful Healings. And if you want to bypass that, you can type in www.bit.ly/Toya, ToyaCCEE.
Absolutely. And also on the posting of this episode on Go Defy Life, there will also be a hyperlink directly to her Etsy page. So I can be an unofficial spokesperson. Told you ain't got to send me a check, but I have used the products, and they're amazing. I'm looking at a bottle of which one is this right in front of me? The Glow and Tone spray.
Oh, the Glow.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm a man. I'm not afraid to glow and tone on my day on my day in and day out. So the prosperity bar, all that stuff. So y'all definitely check it out.
Yes, thank you. Yes, that prosperity bar is nice.
Man, yes. So I got my sister hooked on, man. So let me stop talking before I do ask you if you to send me a check. So all right, so on to some expertise talk from you. That we got some questions for you, man. So and our listeners want to know. Of course, you spoke about the feet and how you can heal your body and support your body through your feet and the reflex points. So let's get a little deeper. So there's two areas, especially in men, and most of our listeners are men. But if it's two areas that most men seem to slack in, it's skin care and foot care. So first of all, again, tell us how vital is skin care, and how does it affect the overall health?
That's a great question. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of step back for a minute and kind of just give you like an overview. Basically, so our skin. When we think about our skin, most people don't think about it as being the largest organ on our body, right? It's an organ.
Right.
Okay, so just roughly the surface area is like about 2 square meters on the average adult. Okay. So our skin is made up of like two main layers anyway. The outer epidermis and the inner dermis. Okay. And what our skin does, as one of our largest organs, what it does is it acts as a barrier. So it keeps water and moisture and nutrients in. Right. And then it also keeps toxins and harmful bacteria out. Okay? Mm-hmm. So when we're talking about how vital this is, when we, in a perspective of how much products that we actually place on our skin daily. If I had to ask you guys a number, what do you think? What would the number of products, different products that you put on your skin a day, what would you think the average would be?
For me personally, I was going to say probably 3. No, that's not true. Probably 5. Because I use soap that goes on my skin. I use lotion. I use cocoa butter. And I use a lot of hand sanitizer because I'm weird about how clean my hands are.
Okay. So you said 5. What about the rest of you? What's your average? You agree with that?
Yeah, mine was 5.
Okay. Well, actually, it's about 15.
Yeah, so mine's probably higher. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Wow.
15.
A day. And that's,
wow.
So just depending, let's say you wash your hair, even though you guys have little, little, what they call faves or whatever they're called, you still wash your hair. You put maybe shampoo and then you put conditioner, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just use soap, but I'm tacky like that. But go ahead, I'm listening.
He's a caveman,
right? I'm ashy. I admit.
Ashy Larry.
Ashy uncle. I got issues. I know it. But I'm listening. I'm learning.
Well, actually, it's good that you don't use, because you're already cutting down. You've already taken the right steps, right, to cut down, the amount of products that you're using. But, just without even thinking about it, most people use shampoo, conditioner. Then we use a separate soap to wash our body, right? Or to wash off that feeling, because that shampoo and that conditioner, once you rinse it down, rinse it out, it's going down your body. Okay, that's absorbing. Not forget what that organ does, the skin does, so it's absorbing into your skin. And this is daily, maybe sometimes once, twice a day, depending on how many showers and stuff you take. You're doing that. You're using soap on top of that. Then you're getting out while your skin is wet. Most people don't fully dry off because we know that, the moisturizers or whatever lotions or anything that we use kind of absorb better, right? When our body is wet, when our skin is wet. So we don't do a full dry. Now we're putting lotion. Okay, if you have any styling products, maybe you don't have the hair on top of your head, but you might have a beard. So you're putting in beard cream. So our hair follicles, also skin hair follicles, are major absorbents. Okay, that's where you're going to really absorb the majority of what you use. And then like you said, you put hand sanitizer. You might you go to the bathroom, you wash your hands. Then you might put hand sanitizer on top of your hands. Then you put lotion because the hand sanitizer has dried out your hands. Different chemicals. Really what's important here, is just knowing that we're doing more damage. So on an average, and is it a side note, I don't know if this is okay for me to say, but if we're talking about black, brown people.
Yeah, that's what we want.
That's okay. That's okay for you to say. Yeah. Okay. You better say that.
Yeah, that's encouraged on this show,
not
right?
Against the rules.
When we're talking about brown, so for us, we have our melanin actually is a natural protector of the sun and harmful, those things. So we don't have those kind of skin problems like the other people do. We don't have that. But
she mean white folks, y'all. Okay, go ahead.
The W.
True that.
Okay. The W.
The W. Wow.
Right.
The W. Oh God.
Now,
we can't write that whole word out, so we say the W.
Okay, all right. Well,
that's fine.
Funny. But and I'll preface anything else we say on the rest of this show, Toya, is
yes.
We own this shit. We can say white folks all day.
Okay.
So yeah. So speak on, sister.
All right. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for the green light.
No doubt.
But just thinking about, that, just the fact that we're brown, we already have a natural built-in, we don't need the sunscreen, or we think we don't need the sunscreen, but we do actually. Just in using the different products every day, we're actually creating issues that aren't normally naturally there for us. So we're hustling backwards in essence.
All right.
So it sounds like you're suggesting we need to use the least amount of chemicals and stuff on our skin.
The least amount of chemicals, and that's
right. The least amount of chemicals, right? I get you. I'm telling you, I'm listening and learning. I might be ashy, but I do listen and learn.
Harry over here, but he's listening. You listening?
I'm listening. Good.
Good. But yeah, so kind of like let's keep it simple, right? All these, the compound, and this of course we're on a men's platform, but this goes to men, this goes to women. Like, keep it simple. We just get in where we live, in the world that we live in today. It's just filled with stuff. Stuff. We don't know what we're eating half the time. You know what I mean? We don't know what the air quality that we're breathing, or the water. We can't even trust the water that's readily available to us, right? On top of all that, we're putting on these chemicals. And so skincare is vital. We're creating things that weren't necessarily 20, 30, 50 years ago, that they weren't even existent.
Right.
Because now what's coming into play is these, the chemical reactions. So let's keep it simple. Let's keep it natural. Yeah. So there's plenty of things that we can do to really, just to get the proper nutrients, to get the things that we actually need for our skin to keep that glow, to keep our, that melanin popping, all that, to keep the hyperpigmentation, down to a minimum. It's there. There's some things that we can't really control. There's some things, obviously, but we can do preventative work. Yeah.
Right. And drink water.
Absolutely. That's the number one. Drink water. Yes, water.
Right. And again, as if we're being honest, most black folks, most brown folks don't drink enough water. So stay hydrated. And people always, people kill me because you see people saying all the time, oh, my skin is terrible, but they got a Dr. Pepper in their hand. So it's all that shit's from the inside, when you see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And literally, your skin shows what your life is about.
Right.
Your skin really is a reflection of what you're going through in life, like the stress. I mean, so we're talking that there's a big spectrum, broad spectrum there, right? Stress, what we eat, sleep deprivation, the chemicals, all these things. Your skin is a direct reflection. So yeah.
Drinking and smoking.
Drinking,
yeah. Oh, all right. Cool. So what are, as opposed to the chemicals, like what are some of the more natural solutions that we can use? And when I say we, I mean us as a people and men that we really don't pay attention to. What are some of those natural things that we could use to support our skin health?
Absolutely. Okay, so I mean, number one, what we said, let's the water, the intake. You got to get the water levels up, and not just tap water. If you can, go ahead and get you some alkaline water. That'd be really good, or natural spring water. I know there's that. There's those little bit of. Where do we get natural spring water? I mean, there are natural springs. It tastes funny because it has all the natural mineral stuff, but it's there for a reason. It's healthy. There's no added fluoride and all these other chemicals, that are in it. So yeah, get you some water. Exfoliate. Whoa, exfoliation. It's not just for women, guys. It's not just for women. Yeah.
That's such a womany term. I honestly don't know what it means. Can you explain what exfoliate means?
First of all, can you explain what womany means?
Hey, thank you, Money. You beat me to the question. Thank you.
Meaning for women.
That okay. Oh,
that's yeah. Well, exfoliation. Okay, so really just anything that has a little bit, like it can be something as simple as salt. I mean, not table salt, not that iodized, whatever it is whatever with the umbrella Morton's, not that. We don't want a Morton. But get you some Himalayan sea salt, some or just natural sea salt, white sea salt. That'd be great. Coffee. If anybody drinks coffee, I don't know if we have any coffee drinkers. After you use your coffee grounds, go into the into the shower. It does make a little bit of a mess, but exfoliate.
Really?
There's a light. Yeah. It's as simple as just reusing your coffee grounds. Simple as that. Sugars are great because it's light enough that it's not going to scratch and irritate your skin, but it is going to move the skin cells that are compact. And really, when you start getting hyperpigmentation or discoloration or scabs and those kind of things, that's just accumulated dead skin cells.
So when you say, what are you doing with the sugar? Are you rubbing it on your skin? Is that what you're doing with the coffee or the sugar?
Yep, you're rubbing it on your skin. Of course, you want some kind of lubricant, right? So maybe olive oil or coconut oil. Somebody said they use coconut oil. So you can just take a little mixture of that, and you rub that on your skin in circular motions. And not only does it remove the dead skin cell, but it also gets this, the circulation in your skin, in your bloodstream. Get it moving. It's a jump start.
So should we use like an applicator or directly with your hands? Okay.
Directly with your hands.
Okay.
Simple. And you know what? I didn't come prepared, and I'm going to say this, I didn't come prepared with all the extras because women really make it complicated and men usually are so like, oh, like just,
yo,
so,
yeah.
So
yo, real talk, I swear, I didn't know what exfoliate meant. But as you're talking and describing it, you just took me back to this jar that my mother used to have on the kitchen sink that we would play around with, but she would rub it on her face and then wash her face. And it's the texture that you're describing right now. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's as simple as your first mind said it was. Absolutely. Just that.
Wow.
So just take the salt or the coffee or whatever. And when I'm in the shower,
you gotta have a
mix it with a lubricant.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the shower, rub my skin with it.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. So when you're in the kitchen getting your coffee, grab your olive oil while you're in there, and and make is it like a almost a Toya? And I'm asking, is it like a paste almost like texture that you wanted to make it?
Yeah,
like, thick enough for like a paste. Okay.
Yeah, a paste is good. A little more runny than a paste is okay too.
Okay.
Really, whatever the moisturizer, the lubricant that you're using, it's really this moisturizer, right? So it's really a personal preference. It really is exfoliating, but then you're actually, while it's exfoliating and it's moving that dead skin right off, it's also allowing the oil, whether it's olive oil, coconut oil, whatever it is that you're using, to penetrate in the skin, into the new skin, to already rejuvenate the cells and get you going.
Dope. Okay.
But I'm not going to feel clean after that, do I? After I do that, then do I actually, wash?
Then you're going to feel clean. And I'm not saying replace washing with soap. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But you are going to feel
so I'm going to go to work smelling like Crisco.
I promise you're not gonna feel like this.
And coffee grounds coming out. Yeah. But that's
I'm gonna really need like some instructions on how to, because I'm gonna really do this. I'm gonna exfoliate. I'm gonna take some salt and some sort of oil, and I'm I just don't want to be smelling like bacon when I get to work.
Where are you focusing on?
I mean, everywhere. Don't even do the skin, the whole thing.
Yes. So I asked that because let's say you're you want to focus on maybe where you shave. I don't know if you have a beard and you do the clean shave thing or whatever, or however that works, right?
Wait, let me try to do the Yoshi. I have a beard.
You stupid.
I have a beard.
Okay.
God.
Was that hot? Was that cool? Was that? Whatever. Yeah, I got a beard. I have a beard. My bad, Yoshi.
Don't throw them rocks.
You see how they're doing you, Yoshi?
Sorry, Yoshi knee deep in a he neck deep in a bottle of Hennessy right now. He ain't
trying to leave. No. I'm trying to leave well enough alone. I'm trying
to leave wellness enough alone. Okay.
I'm listening to exfoliating with coffee grounds and all of that. And the one thing I had a problem with was lubricant, but we going bypass that. We go bypass that. But no, I ain't bothering nobody. I'm sitting here being the good, quiet host that some people thought I couldn't be. Okay? Don't poke the bear. Okay? Don't poke the bear.
You're right, my bad.
Okay. Well, so I'll fix that word, moisturizer.
Thank you, because I was waiting on somebody to say pause. I didn't know what was going on with lubricant.
Lubricant is a word, Yosh. You can use it.
Yeah. Money, go ahead and grab the lubricant.
Moisturizer.
Okay, there we go. That sounds a lot better.
That does. You're right.
Moisturizer sounds better.
Oh, Captain Caveman, everybody. Captain Caveman. Oh, man. Well, all right. So cool. So money.
Well, Jay, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, I really didn't have a question. I was just going to see if y'all was going to let me ask one.
So that was actually your question. Oh, yeah. So, glad we
you ain't on
answer your
punishment.
question. Yeah. Oh, man.
Abuse it below.
Oh, boy.
It's coming out now.
Right. All right. So, Troy, so what are, I mean, this is, you deal with your products on a daily. So what are some of Soleful Healing's products that can support, like, overall skincare? And some things that would appeal to men?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So, believe it or not, so the Glow Bar, the Glow It actually. So, my very first clients were men. So, quick story, a little background. So, I originally made the Glow Bar because my daughter, she was going through that teenage phase, right? And so she had that 5 o'clock shadow on her whole. It was like a beard, a full beard, and that was just acne scars.
Mm-hmm.
It made her complexion. And Jay, I know you it's been a long time, but you remember Aaliyah.
Yeah.
And she looked a different complexion. She looked a different complexion in her face, and that was just because her acne was so bad that she was suffering with acne and eczema. We did all the over the counter. We did the subscription things, the monthly, all those other name stuff that I won't mention,
right?
Because it's house over healings right now. But no, we did all those things, and nothing was working. It was actually making her symptoms worse. She was starting to get other things, and then we had to try to address that to try just to get down to that. So when I made the Glow Bar. So for her, it was great, but you know how that goes. It's like, oh, this works for just my kid, and there was nobody else at that time.
Right.
Well, then through when I started trying to getting it out there, my first serious clients were men, and the first man was he had used something called kojic acid. I'm not really familiar with it.
Jesus.
It was and I said, whoa. He threw me off with the acid part. I'm like, well, anything that says acid sounds scary. I wouldn't put that on my face. What the hell are you doing?
Really?
Right? So, yeah, right. So he sent me pictures and he said, can you help me out? I got
battery acid.
It was crazy. He had burns on his face. This is a brown man, but you can clearly see the the pigmentation, and it was like burnt and inflamed.
That was a good idea.
I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking.
Even if a little bit of sulfuric acid from an ant get in your eye, it's gonna hurt like hell.
Right.
The word acid ain't never good.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
And then my question now, and Money, you ain't got to answer now. What the hell you doing putting ants in your eye, man?
I was a weird kid, man.
Okay. Gotcha.
Good question.
So yeah.
I always know they could squirt it on stuff and make it paralyzed. I want to know how they did it.
Hey, don't say squirt. Yoshi might take offense to squirt, so don't say it.
Oh God, true that.
Yeah.
Pause.
See, there you go. Oh man. So, all right. So yeah. So your first client was a man.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yes. So anyway, he used it, and within 3 days, he said, he called me back and he said, I want to wait a while because I just want to make sure. But the inflammation immediately went down.
Wow.
He wasn't able to shave. And in his profession, he had to keep a clean, he was a police officer. He had to keep a clean face. So it was very painful while he was dealing with the burn and the inflammation for him to try to shave on top of that, right?
Right.
So 3 days, he saw great results, right? The other client was, then he ended up waiting a little while before he really sent me his before and after. And he was like, I can't even function without this. So he uses it as a shaving soap.
Nice.
That's the Glow Bar.
Okay.
So he uses it as a shaving soap, absolutely.
Oh.
And then the second client basically had eczema on their feet. It was, and there is a picture, like if you go on my Etsy, if you go on any of the social media, there's a picture of this man's foot.
Mm-hmm.
And it was bad eczema on his feet. It was painful. It was embarrassing. And he saw great results within 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah. So those are my first two. So the Glow Bar, I definitely recommend the Glow Bar. It's great for shaving. Not only is it so it's got a creamy lather, so it's good, it has a good slip for the shavers, but it also cleans the hair, keeps those, it keeps the hair follicles clean and moisturized at the same time. And also, if you flip the bar over, there is an exfoliating side on there. So I use apricot seeds. And that has a nice light exfoliating factor on there. So that would be my number one go-to. Okay. The other thing for aftershave, Glow and Tone. You already, mentioned it. But the Glow and Tone for the aftershave, and it's convenient because the women use it to close pores and to some use it for their makeup setting spray, but the men I found have used it. They find it more convenient because they're just spraying it instead of like patting it in your hand and patting it on your whole neck or whatever it is that y'all routine that does. It's in a spray bottle, so they just spray it, and then they like it. The feedback has been it's the more convenient that way.
Right, and that's what I use it for. Like when I shave and I'm on the way out the house, I just spray it. So I didn't gotta like you said, I ain't gotta get it out of a bottle, rub it in my hands, rub it on my face. I just spray it after I shave. So yeah.
Right, and it doesn't I think this is what I'm not a man and I don't use it for shaving, but what I've heard back was it doesn't sting the way normal aftershave does, and it has a pleasant smell.
Right. Yeah, and it's light.
Yeah. That's what it needs to do. And the third thing I would say, so this all ends up being a glow kit, but the third thing would be the Afterglow. It's a roll-on. It's in a convenient roll-on bottle for application, and it's an oil just to kind of moisturize, just to what I've noticed on men when they shave, or you guys kind of get this like little white, it looks like ashy patches.
Al?
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Keep talking. What are we talking about here?
It's like a patch. It kind of looks to me, if I didn't know, I would say it was like an eczema patch or a dry skin patch. So it's like a dry discoloration patch. It'll be in a random place. You notice it.
Like especially around the beard area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen dudes with like the dry patches.
Right.
Yeah.
I got that on my
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. So the Afterglow actually supports those patches, just dry patches. The light, it's a serum really. So good for, spot treatment. I wouldn't say apply it to your whole face because it's oil, but you do want to be able to, and then you're actually, here I go with that word, lubricating the hair shaft.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Yoshi.
3, 2, 1. No. Okay.
Why? Like, why? I ain't bothering nobody.
I like that. I like the word, yo. I'm sorry.
I just, okay. I give up, man. I give up.
Oh, man.
Do you want me to be? Do you want me to be me, or do you not want me to be me?
Ain't no in between. He just
like it's like you take a lion out the jungle and put him in the zoo. It just ain't gonna work out well, man.
Oh man. Well, I promise you, I won't jump over the barrier and try to get a selfie with you.
Yeah, don't come over
Let's
here.
go get this selfie.
Let's get this selfie with this lion.
Nah.
Yoshi the lion. Oh man. All right. So moving on to foot care. So again, a lot of men ignore and neglect their feet, and we rough on our feet. You know, whether it's working out, playing ball, just not like paying attention to them. I've heard dudes say that they don't even wash their feet in the shower; they just let the water run down on it. That's enough. Like I've heard all kinds of shit.
You heard dudes say that?
Yeah, I've heard dudes say like, oh. Yeah, I've heard dudes say that. I don't wash my feet. Just the soap gonna run down your feet. And anyway, I've heard dudes say that. So there is a misconception with men when it comes to foot care. What do you think seems to be the disconnect with men and foot care?
Okay, well, and that's going to be a question that I am going to reverse on y'all because I want you to clear up the misconceptions if you don't mind.
Right.
But first, I'll say women's misconception is, well, we think y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, basically, okay, so when it comes to like self-care, guys are, usually y'all are into grooming, like, personal grooming with your wardrobe and the cologne and your teeth and your beards and that kind of thing. The feet it's like the furthest thing away from your eyes, and so it just gets neglected.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, well, they're down there. Like you said, there's like that whole thing, like, okay, well, the rest of the soap is running down the body. It'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that I think men think that that's too womany.
Mm-hmm.
That was a word that was used.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Womany.
It's an SAT word.
Look it up, Google it.
All right.
And lastly, I think that it's just extra time consuming. I swear men take the fastest showers, like in and out. It's like, well, we don't gotta be in here 34, 40 minutes. Like, it's not happening. So the feet just get neglected.
Oh man. Yeah.
But y'all feet be funky. So y'all need to do something about that. So what's really?
That's because apparently we don't wash them. We just let the water run down.
Right.
I don't know what guys these are. I don't know what these guys are.
I heard a dude say that on the radio.
Wow.
Okay, so
he would no shame.
I'm curious if it really is, then I can correct that. Moving forward,
I've always washed
on
my
behalf
feet.
of the men.
Oh no, I always wash my feet. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Now, I
like the way that shit feels, to be honest.
Huh?
Okay.
Too much info, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all don't like the way the fucking shit when y'all don't like the way it feels when you wash your feet.
I mean,
what are you talking about?
Whatever. It feels good when I wash my feet.
money, just hush. Yo. Oh man.
So you don't have my back on that one?
Got what?
You don't have my back on?
Pause. Nah, I don't know.
Wow.
Oh man. So
there's a. Do you actually enjoy washing your own feet, or do you like? Because I like when other people wash my feet. Like that's where that's.
I like them both. I like when other people wash my feet. I like when I wash my feet.
Okay. So I have a question. So do you guys? How often do you guys do pedicures and those things?
I don't do that. That's womany.
What?
I don't do that.
I'm not. No, you wash your feet in the shower with soap and the rag. I don't need nobody. I don't need to put. What more is there to washing your foot?
There is.
Now, my dad gets manis and petties, and when I was younger, like that would be something that we did together. Like we would go, like he knows like people that own like beauty salons up in Charlotte, and like that's one of the things that we did to relax and hang out. I haven't done it in years, but like I don't personally see anything wrong with it. I think it's healthy.
Yeah, it is healthy. Yeah. Your dad did something. Yeah.
Absolutely. And
okay.
It took me a long time, but I recently agreed to, because my wife does pedicures and manicures and stuff. So I recently.
But Jay, that's different.
No,
that's different.
But it's the same.
No, you kind of have to do it. You kind of have to do it.
Nah.
It's your wife. You kind of have to support the cause. Support the cause. You know, it's probably free.
No, but it was like that's what it was like. That's not her. That's not her job. But she just.
I'm just saying though. But she do it.
But she can do it. But for the longest, I wouldn't let her do it because I was the same way. I was like, I don't have time for that. I can't sit still long enough to have you just sitting here messing with my feet. Like I got shit to do, and so I just wouldn't do it. And
but that's your wife. That's cool though. That's all right. That's your wife. So you get a pass.
It is cool. It's cool if it wasn't his wife.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So
all right.
So yeah. So
okay.
But it supports. Like Toy, tell us how getting pedicures supports your health.
Yeah, tell the unknowing the benefits of this.
Let these cavemen know they need to get their feet done.
About, and I'm glad you said that, because we're talking, when we're talking about calluses, corns, first of all, they're unsightly. They're just, don't nobody want to see that shit.
But I ain't got that on my feet though.
But I don't have no corns on my feet.
I love my feet.
Yo, I got some gorgeous feet. So
okay, fine. Well, I'm happy for you.
Okay, appreciate it.
What heels look like? What them heels look like?
My heels is nice and soft. My heels is soft.
They look like biscuits back there, don't they? Y'all heels look like biscuits.
They don't look. No, my heels don't look like biscuits. Heels is nice and soft.
Nigga said biscuits.
They nice and soft.
Nigga said biscuits.
Well, a lot of men and a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people. Women got rough feet.
Yeah, that's what I used to work with a lady. That's why I said biscuits. I used to work with a lady.
Women look like they've been running outside in the dirt.
Yeah, I used to work with a lady. The back of her heel just stick out the back of her shoe. It looked like a biscuit. That's why I said
that. You can't put lotion on that.
Right.
That should eat lotion.
Right.
Yeah, women get them pedicures.
You gotta put bacon grease on that shit.
Too. And it's not just about for the softness of your feet. I mean, we're talking about athlete's foot. We're talking, y'all. I'm sure y'all are into sports. Everybody kind of experienced some kind of early beginnings or some kind of signs of athlete's foot just because you wear them same gym shoes or whatever. And then we're talking about foot fungus too, right? We know that when you're not taking care of your feet. Again, your feet are the most abused things on your body. They carry us. So, fun fact, the average person walks in their lifetime 100,000 miles in their lifetime. Right. So the idea of not getting a pedicure, it's like what, $25, $30, right? Every couple of months. Nobody's saying for men you should be in there every month, every 2 weeks like women or whatever. But, treat your feet. Tell your feet, I appreciate you.
Real talk. You got me on the foliation shit.
You know what you can do?
But the pedicure, I'm still leaving here with this. That's some womany shit.
Fill up the bathtub and put your feet in some Epsom salt.
Might be talking to the cats who don't wash their feet and they got foot fungus, all types of that other shit. Maybe, but I wash my feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got some good black soap from Africa that I use, and my feet good. I don't need nobody fuck with my feet.
Man, look, hey Al, I'm with you, Al. With you.
All right, Al. In your case, I would say then it's important to say thank you. Gratitude, right? Thank your feet. Soak them. It's okay to soak them. Soak them in your house. Soak them in the bathtub.
Yeah, put them in the bathtub with some Epsom salt.
You soak your feet. Soak them. Detox them. Do some Epsom salts, right?
Okay, all right. I'm feeling you.
Okay.
I'm not going to the. Don't go to the people.
Okay, that's fine. You walk around your house barefoot. Fair enough.
Walk around the house barefoot? No flip flops.
Oh, you wear flip flops? Okay.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
a
no.
barefoot. I like.
Oh, nah.
I like barefoot too.
I ain't doing
But
that.
I also don't like to walk in my house with shoes on, so that's why I like to walk barefoot in my house. But with that said, there's still toxins. There's still things that we pick up, whatever we put on the rugs or cleaning solutions that we put on. Our feet absorb all that stuff. You go to the beach, when you go to the pool, when you're in the, whatever it is that you're walking with your feet out, your feet are porous. They're absorbing everything. So that's why when people get sick, they tell you put onions on the bottom of their feet and put on socks. The onions will draw the sickness out of your body. Right? So, go ahead and...
Oh, shit, I ain't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try that before. I'm going to try that. Next time I get sick, I'm going to try that.
Yeah, so when my kids are sick, I put put onions under their feet and cut an onion and stick it on a fork and put it in a cup, sit it beside their bed. It absorbs all that shit.
Wow.
I'm serious.
Like what kind of onion? Like
just a regular
onion, a regular red onion?
No, just any kind of onion. Which is why, and you laugh, but think about it. Why do you think? Yeah, right. Sidebar. But why do you think people you can't eat potato salad if you leave it out? Because the onions in it absorb all that shit. People think it's the mayonnaise and the eggs. It's the onions absorb all the toxins. That's what makes people sick.
And you'll never eat onions at a salad bar ever again because now you know. I don't ever eat onions at a salad bar.
All right.
Yeah.
So you don't eat them we don't eat them at Subway either?
No.
Nah, hell no.
I don't eat Subway, first of all. That's just disgusting.
Me neither. I don't eat
I mean, no Subway is... Subway is the worst. I'm just asking because Subway the only one. Publix best subs. No. A corner store sandwich still has Publix beat. Outside of a corner store sandwich, Publix got it. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Because they don't got corner store. They don't got that's back in New York and Jersey and all that.
Man, shoot.
They don't have that here. So Publix is the best thing.
That's the first place I go when I touch down. The corner store, get me a ham and cheese, lettuce, tomato, extra mayo.
But just tell them hold the roaches. So fuck that. Nah,
man.
No,
boy, you have.
Believe it or not, I have to say it's the hoodest places, the places that you're like them holes in the walls. They got the best food.
All right.
Please believe it.
That goes for the sandwich, the bodega.
Yeah. So if you find some extra olives in your sandwich, don't say I didn't tell you.
I don't put olives in my sandwich.
If you find olives on your sandwich at all, then.
And then
and they moving.
Right.
Then Publix and then Jersey Mike's. That's my order of sandwiches.
Olives.
Oh man. All right. So we went from talking about foots to foot longs. Huh?
Right. Right.
Well.
Foots. All right, Jay. I'm gonna go teach the children that shit tomorrow.
Right. Well,
yes.
I said it. It took y'all a second. I was like, damn, they just gonna let foot slide, huh?
No, I was waiting for you to fix it. Is this dude gonna catch it? Yeah, what are we doing?
Well, feet don't play in with foot long, so I had to say foots. So yeah. But yeah, so Toy, you did mention like calluses and corns and like foot fungus, all that stuff. So what are you can look at somebody's nails and tell that they just not healthy a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
So what are those signs that your body lets you know that you're not healthy through your nails?
Okay, and actually that's a great question. It's something that goes overlooked, right? We just think, it's just a thing. So there's different things. One thing that's actually, and you can probably look at your own feet, bluish, or for us, it's not going to be blue. It's going to look a little dark brown or black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the pigment. Now it almost looks like you have like dirt in the cracks of the corners of your toenails that you just can't get off. It's actually a discoloration on your toenails. That is that's an indication that there may be circulatory problems, lung problems. Let me see. Nails that kind of separate. It's crazy because I looked at all this stuff now, but nails that are separate. So you see like a nail, and then it'll look like curled up, a line there, and then it looks like they actually, either bit it or just broke off. And you see like dried up skin. That's an indication that there may be an infection in the body, psoriasis in the body, or thyroid disease. Yellow nail syndrome. And that's, some people have yellow nails, but women have yellow nails because we wear nail polish and those things, which are actually horrible for us. But if you do see yellow nails usually have, they're actually thick normally. Okay? So that can be an indication. First of all, there's definitely a fungus, not an indication. There's definitely some kind of fungus going on in your body. There can be rheumatoid arthritis. If you ever look at old people, grandma, great-grandma, whoever, and their toenails look weird. They had them curled up, thick nails. They had arthritis, arthritis in their body, lymphedema, any kind of respiratory illness. That's an indication when you see yellowing nails, just out of the norm. What else? Off the top of my nails that look transparent. Our nails have a natural clearness to them, but when they're just too clear and you almost like a white clear, there may be iron deficiencies. It's a disease. Okay, so our nails really do tell us a lot. We take a lot of things for granted and think, oh, it's nothing. But, our nails definitely. When you see, has anybody ever seen like a straight line through their nail? Vitamin D. Straight line. And you're like, where did white line? How did it get there like that? So white line, that could be a vitamin D deficiency. Okay. So just paying attention to those things. Everything is not, it's more so about preventative care. Being more aware of what's going on with our bodies. And if we're aware, if we know, hey, I'm only putting on 5 chemicals or natural things or whatever it is, then you're already in tune and you're already aligned in realizing, okay, this shouldn't be happening. You're catching something before it becomes an actual problem. 8 out of 10 black males actually lose their toes or amputees unnecessarily. Our amputees, 8 out of 10 men are amputees because they've let something as small as, there's a little black spot on my toe. They let it go. Because gangrene is one of those things, right? That can happen. And gangrene doesn't necessarily mean that the whole toe turned black. It actually shows up in different ways in different people. And it's too late. So there's unnecessary amputees that happen every day. Because we're just not aware. We're not aware of how important, our skin, our nails are. These little things, the health of this is. And we let it go too far.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I know a lot of dudes, again, we neglect. And some things are, what was the word? Too womany for us to pay attention to. So I get it. All right. So, last question. So everybody that comes as a guest on our show, be it on the Defy Life Podcast or any of our Defy Life interviews, we always got to give you a random question.
God.
So, you ready?
I'm nervous about bad. Nope, my nerves are bad. I need a minute. Okay, go ahead.
All right, first of all, I want to... Thomas Stevens, are you still there? Is Pooh gone? Good, so he can't interrupt you. So, it probably would have been better if he was on, but I want you to tell us why is Tupac trash?
What? I will kill you. Wait a minute.
What?
What?
Why was Tupac trash?
All the questions? You
Yes.
say that Tupac is trash? We about to fight. No.
No?
Wait a minute.
So you Tupac over Big?
I am team Tupac over Biggie. Yes.
All right. Well, tell us why.
Even though our same birthday as Biggie, me and Biggie, May 21st. Yes, we have that.
I mean,
Tupac's a Gemini too. Okay.
Somebody once told me that the only reason Tupac had the Outlaws on his songs is because they hid how trash he actually was.
Yo, y'all being mad disrespectful right now.
I'm just saying.
What we talking about? Wait a minute.
No. Jay being mad disrespectful right now. I will never let anything so foolish come out of my mouth.
What?
Oh, so Thomas Stevens, I knew I could wake him up. That actually wasn't your random question. I was just trying to make sure Thomas Stevens was still here.
That kid was on mute in Georgia. That kid drove home from Georgia, unmuted his phone, and said, "Jay, stop."
Yeah, I just want to make sure Pooh was still awake. So
gone too far right
now. Nah, but all right. So your real random question.
Okay.
All right. There are, and I don't know if you've had a chance to read our Defy Life bios, but Yusuf English and myself do not think that Jay-Z is in the top 5 all time. Tell us, do you agree or do you disagree, and tell us why you agree or disagree.
Okay, that Jay-Z is not in the top 5 of all time?
Right. He is not in mine or Yoshi's top 5. Tell us why you agree or disagree.
Okay, hold on. Do I get a minute to because I need to write my top 5 right quick.
Okay, and give us those. while you at it.
Okay. Okay, well,
Pooh, you like
I
how
didn't get to 5, but
V'd you?
he's not in my top 5 neither.
Oh, okay.
He was top of my people and I fuck with Jay. I love Jay.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just not in my top 5. Definitely not. So Rakim's my number 1. Nas number 2. 3 actually is Pac. 4. I didn't really even get to 4 or 5, honestly, but Jay wasn't in that thought process.
Okay.
I think he's dope, but he just was allowed something that the rest of the artists, first of all, he's a great businessman, absolutely. So I give him props there, but I think he's just been allowed to grow in that he used his platform to show his growth. So what he showed us is just his growth. You know what I mean? Nothing extravagant. Honestly, I would challenge and say, and this isn't popular, but even Ye has kind of come harder than Jay. So
wow.
There's that. Yeah. I fucked with Ye before I really rocked with. Of course he got bangers. He got he can he put some things together. Like I said, he's a businessman. Top 5 rappers of all time, absolutely not.
Okay.
I mean, and I'll say I can even name on that Wu-Tang. If I had to individually go with that, he's lost in the sauce already. So he's down on the list.
Damn. So he ain't even in your top 10.
He's not in my top 10 either.
Well, shit, all of Wu-Tang, he ain't in your top 20.
Right.
All right.
Oh, she
she
tripping now.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying. So Gerald, you do have Jay in your top 10 and your top 5. What would be your rebuttal?
Yeah, of course Man, I mean, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start with some of that. Like, J-Lo? Not, like, I mean, man, dude. First of all, in order to be, like, first and foremost, salute to Jay for his longevity, right? I mean, everything Jay touched, man, everything Jay is on is crazy. It's flame, it's fire. And now he on, like, now I feel like he on his woke shit, and he been on his woke shit for a while. Jay been on his woke shit for a while. You know, and I fuck with that. His lyrics are dope. His lyrics are always clever. I mean, he has classics. I mean, like, I can't think of lyrically, bar for bar, but Jay tough, Jay mean, and you know, it took him a while to get there, but I think it takes you a while to get there. And a lot of that, I give Jay that one of those top 5 rankings for his longevity, his flow, his cleverness. You know, the blueprint 1, the blueprint 3, like them, like, oh man, the black out, like Jay, man, I can't even. I can go on and on, man.
Hey, can I get in there for a minute?
Yeah, use next way.
Money, to your point. At the end of the like here's the thing. I'm a Jay-Z fan, okay? And the argument that people have is when somebody says rappers, like when you say a rapper, automatically I'm thinking lyrically, and lyrically he is not in the top 5. If you're talking just straight lyrics, if there was no beat and just lyrics, he's not in the top 5. He's probably not in the top 10. If you're talking about lyrically, you got so many people that come ahead of him, like straight lyrics. Yeah, Eminem killed him. Eminem is ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Eminem, you got Black Thought, you got God doggone Most Def. You got so many people lyrically that are better than him. He is a good artist. Wow. He is a good artist. Wow. He is a great performer. If you want to say top 5 artists, yes, sure enough. He's a top 5 artist. Rapper? No. Jadakiss lyrically is better than him. Leach lyrically is better than him. Like, I'm just, everybody's looking at, if had you actually
harder than him.
I didn't say harder. I said lyrically better than him. Nas is lyrically better than him. Yes.
Oh, stop.
You
just throwing out names.
I am not throwing out. No. Money. No. I didn't say Silk the Shocker though.
Oh, he did.
Money did.
He was next.
No, I'm just saying he was not next. Like Jadakiss. I mean, these like people that bring up the point of Jay-Z being a top 5 lyricist. That shit is out. Like, dog, there's no way. And to be completely honest, had Big not died, Jay probably doesn't have no longevity.
Word, say that.
Had Big not died, Jay-Z is probably not even.
I say that all the time. Had Big not died, it would have been a whole slew of rappers we never heard of, like DMX and Jay-Z. Like
Jay-Z was probably the one rapper that benefited the most from that tragedy. Yeah, so I mean, I think he's a great artist. You right, the Blueprint 1, like them shits is tough. I could listen to him from track 1 to the last track. You know what I'm saying? I am a Jay-Z fan, but lyrically he's not in the top 10. So, as an artist, man, he's a top 5.
You tripping, man.
So
but like Jay said last week, this argument that people have is pretty much.
It's subjective as hell, yeah.
It's subjective. I don't think it's preference. I just think it's subjective.
Right.
I don't think it's preference.
So, Al, is Jay-Z in your top 5?
So I gotta. Wow. Yes, he is in my top 5, right?
Okay.
So I mean, I appreciate the argument, and while I admit to, you got Most, you got Black, you got Redman. There's a whole lot of artists that I think at points or even some joints were even like doper and were even more brilliant than Jay. I can acknowledge that they had moments, but to me, Jay-Z makes my top 5 because of how long he's been dope and how he has evolved and his consistency of greatness. So when you talk about someone who's been spitting heat since 96, like consistently since 96, like for me, like that says something. When you think about some of the artists who haven't been able to sustain that level of greatness, like that factor alone to me matters, right? So for me, like my list is Nas. He's my number 1 of all time. My second is KRS-One. My third would be Eminem. Then I would put Jadakiss, and then Jay-Z, Jigga, Hove would be 5.
So Jay-Z's better than Rakim and
again, like it's kind of like Barry Sanders was let me not even go into the analogy. Like Rakim was dope when he was dope, but the fact that Jay-Z was dope for like 15 years more, 10 years more, however long you want to do the math, like that matters. And it's not like he just been spitting bullshit. He hasn't been spitting bullshit. He's been consistently dope.
Like I am a fan. I just do not think I do. Like you could have a bunch of hot. It's not easy to do. What he has done is not easy to do. I admit.
Why I put Nas and KRS above him is just because of the content of their lyrics. And I do like MCs who have knowledge of self and who's trying to improve life and like just they're trying to bring knowledge to people. Like that I like shit like that. And then Kiss
and Jay been on that shit for like the last 3 years.
Yeah, but that ain't long enough for me.
Yeah.
It ain't long enough. But I'm just saying he's still like giving you different shit as an artist.
But look at the word you just used.
He's an artist, right?
Bingo. Like top 5 artists, yes. Top 5 rapper, no.
Pooh, you still there?
You're not messing my word.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm not messing with your words. That's what you said.
I said mince my words.
Hey, yeah. Pooh might have said 12 words all night. Pooh, is Jay in your top 5?
Nah, he's not. He's not in my top 5.
Yeah.
In my web, but I mean, I definitely give credit where credit is due. I don't think he's where Yoshi has him. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah, Master P a better rapper.
I think he's in,
See, now we just saying stuff. I ain't say nothing about Master P. Like if you gonna say something I said. Don't make a point. Don't make a point out of something I didn't say.
I mean, I think
you know what I mean. That.
I think he's extremely nice, and I mean, there's some of the guys that was named ahead of him. I don't really concur with that. I think he's definitely wordplay, clever. He has a lot of depth to his lyrics. So I mean, I give him respect, but he's not in my top 5.
I mean, and we all know Pooh's top 5 consists of Tupac,
Machiavelli,
and Amari,
and Machiavelli.
All right. But I will say this, and the reason Jay's not in my top 5 because I think music is supposed to move you, and Jay is dope as he is. Like I can't how, like you occasionally like just sitting somewhere and you're like, damn, I want to hear that song because it reminds me of a certain time of my life, or you hear it and it reminds you of Jay's music. Don't do that for me. It doesn't catch me, and as dope as he is to me, his music just doesn't I don't feel his music. And so to me, that's a big part of whether it's an artist or a rapper or an MC. I think that's a big part of it. And so I feel like I can feel Pac's music. I can feel Big's music. I can't feel Jay's music. As dope as it, like he might have some bangers, but it doesn't appeal to my soul like that. And then secondly, I salute longevity. But Money, one thing I'll take that you said that I gotta disagree with is it doesn't take a long time. The fact that we can include Big and Pac and Andre 3000 and Black, like all these other dudes who ain't done it as long as Jay, the fact that we can include them in this conversation means that it doesn't take that long. And
I can concur with that. Let me edit what I meant was Al kind of cleaned it up for me. The longevity means something to me.
But and to me,
it takes a long time it takes a long time to have longevity. Is what I meant.
Right, and I get that, but what I'm like, to me, that's and I am going to go into analogies. Like, to me, that's the equivalent of Fred McGriff getting into the Hall of Fame or AC Green getting into the Hall of Fame. Like, they were never really like great. They just did it for so long where they like amassed these numbers, and they were really good for a long time. That's how I see Jay. I think I see Jay is really good for a long time.
But see, I see him more like LeBron, where it's like sustained greatness for a long time, not like just average. You know what I mean? So like, and I get that he might not have the effect on others, but for like Reasonable Doubt is like some classic shit to me. And like when you think about hearing some of his joints, it does take me the moments of, oh yeah. I hear Jay-Z, I think of being single in Atlanta. I think of riding through the streets of the A, hitting the clubs and Kaya and all of that, banging his joints.
Right.
That's what it takes me back to. And I just think he's represented the culture well too. And so I give him a lot of props.
Yeah,
and he's made his money, but that's hip hop. Ain't nothing wrong with making money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm a fan of Jay. It's just like I could never like. He's never been like, and that's to me, again, this is really subjective, but Jay ain't never been so cold to the fact that I'm like, ooh, did you hear what he said? Like, it's never been that to me. As opposed to like Big, like I can listen to or just read Big's lyrics and just like dissect the genius in it. Same for Black Thought, same for Pac, same for Andre 3000. Jay is very basic in what he says, but a lot of what he says can be catchy, and he's done it for so long that and his style is so distinct that you can't mistake him for anyone else. So he's kind of got a clutch on being Jay-Z. And so I think his brand has kind of elevated him as a rapper, if you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. His style is basic. I would agree with that. He has moments where he can take it to that level where like somebody like Kiss is like all the time, but it's not. Like, he doesn't give you that all the time. So I can agree with that. But he finds ways in his style to give you that, like, or to give me that moment. And it's from, and I just want to touch on your other point, like, and I don't want to, but songs like Empire State of Mind, and that's like, I can zone out to every single Jay song like that, man. Like, and he's got so many of them, man. Harder to see. Like, I don't agree with that, man. Jay, man. Hats off.
Well, yeah, and I say that because to me, like when you say Empire State of Mind, what's the first thing you think about? Alicia Keys singing the hook,
right?
Right. When you
I don't.
No, what do you vibe out to on that song?
You breaking up, Jay.
What do you vibe out to on that song?
Hold on, you was really breaking up.
I was saying, what exactly do you vibe out to on that particular song?
The whole damn song. And when it come in with the little scratchy, like I fuck with the whole song.
Well, yeah, and that exactly. Keep talking because you proving my point. That's not Jay. The little scratchy is not Jay.
I'm just saying from start to finish, I fuck with the whole song. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, like, if you would have asked me, like, what is so ill about, niggas bleed, I would immediately go to what parts Big was saying as a rapper, not Alicia Keys or the scratchy part or just the whole thing. Like, I think Jay's biggest gift is the team around him and how clever he is at. Now, I ain't saying he's not a genius. He's just not the greatest rapper I've ever heard. Like, even Tupac was simple in what he said, but Pac rhymed from his soul. And so it kind of, it kind of made up for his simplicity as a lyricist.
You heard that, Pooh? He called your man simple.
And there's nothing wrong with being simple. Like,
it was true. That's why.
Yeah.
You gonna let him call your man simple?
I'm not. That's not a diss. That's not a diss. Tupac wasn't overly lyrical.
No, he wasn't.
He didn't have a lot of wordplay and metaphor. Like, Tupac wasn't overly lyrical, but he rhymed from the pit of his soul, and you could feel what he was saying.
He was passionate.
Right. Jay said it before in his own rhymes. Like, he has to dumb it down, and he doesn't mind dumbing it down to sell a lot of records so people could get it. Like, he wished that he could spit like Common, but he got to sell records. He said that in his own records. So even he admits it, that he's simple, and he makes it simple. So that's why I can, and so that to me is genius. If that's your mindset, like, that's genius because it lasts. And like you said, like, and that's why I feel like he outlasted Nas, is because he was, as far as like relevance, because he was willing to dumb it down, and Nas wasn't completely. So
very poetic.
And a lot of Nas' stuff goes over people's heads, and Jay's willing to dumb it down and be simple. He said it himself. But I don't know. But Toya, thank you so much.
Thank you
for jumping on. And I ain't playing for that random question to go on that long, but apparently
that was a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, so again, thank you so much. Again, y'all, this is Latoya Calhoun from Soleful Healings. Definitely check her out. Click on the links in the post, and that'll lead you directly there. So y'all check out the Glow Bar, the Glow and Tone, the Prosperity Bar, all that stuff. Toya, we will do this again in the near future. And it wasn't as bad as you thought, right?
No, it was great.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate the info.
No, appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, Toya. Well, you have a good night. We will talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you soon. Take care, guys.
All right, you too. Bye.
Take care of them feet.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, guys. Well, again, that was Latoya Calhoun from Soleful Healings. We are grateful to have her on. We'll be right back. We're going to answer some listener questions really quickly and then get into our trivia. But we will take this break, and we'll be right back with you.
What's up, sis?
What's up, sis?
What you doing?
Getting ready to give the people what they want.
What does that mean?
The Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast with Lynn and Kim.
You mean our podcast?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, when can they hear us?
Well, they can check us out each week on the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast with Lynn and Kim. Join us as we discuss the latest in everything from entertainment and current events to the craziness that is our real life.
Let's laugh, let's live, let's talk about it. And remember, anything can happen. Everything is relevant and nothing is off limits on Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast with Lynn and Kim, powered by Defy Life.
Welcome back to episode 99 of the Defy Life Podcast. Again, it's J.R. Glymph, joined by Gerald Hedrick, Thomas Stevens, Alvin Glymph, Yoshi English. Guys, we left off of a great wellness segment, our second ever with Latoya. But let's jump into these listener questions. We usually have these wrapped up earlier in the show, but we wanted to go ahead and get Toya on. So our first question is from Jace in Augusta, Georgia. Yosh, it's a dude, so you can feel free not to entice them to join your fan club. So Jace wants to know, match your co-host to their superhero/villain counterparts. So, Al, you first. So, if match each of us to our counterpart, superhero or villain.
See, I need to read better because I didn't see villain part, right? So,
I actually left that out in my text. I left that out of my text, but his email says /villain as well. So okay. That's my bad.
I was about to say, some of y'all might have been the Joker and the Riddler, but we don't know that long. So, JR, I got you as the Iron Man.
Mm-hmm. I'll take Tony Stark.
You just on you on all shows and shit. You be pulling the hard hours. I gotta give you that. You the Iron Man and shit. Gerald, money. I went with Wolverine, right? Right, I feel like again, I can see you as just hunter and shit, right? Just taking people out, but also see probably be a good cat to have a good beer with it at the same time and shit. So Wolverine kind of fits you there, right? Pooh, you a stealth dude, right? Real stealth and shit. So I went with Nightcrawler from the X-Men and shit. Nice. You'd be like popping in and out the podcast and shit. Like I went with Nightcrawler. And my man, I had to say you for last. So I went with Thor. Because just the hammer and shit, and how you just be like, just be keeping it 100 real and shit. I went with the hammer with the Thor and shit. And
nice.
Yeah, that's what I went with right there.
Oh, man, that's perfect. All right, Yosh, match us up with each of our superhero or villain counterparts.
Oh, man, the villain thing just threw me for a loop as well. It's funny, Al, me and you were on the same wavelength when it came to Jay and Pooh. Jay, like Pooh on mute right now. You don't know when he gonna pop on. All you go ahead with that shit, man.
Well, go ahead.
Go ahead. Man, money. That was the one I had a tough time with. Al, I went with Superman because ain't no telling where you gonna be at any point in time. No telling what part of the world you gonna be in. And for some odd reason, like I had a tough time with money, but I kept going like Spider-Man. Like I don't know why, but it just seemed like it fit. I have no clue why. He's witty with his words and all of that. So that's probably why I went with it. So that's my co-host.
All right. Money. Who are our superhero or villain counterparts?
All right. So I didn't go Iron Man for you. I actually went because you and I were on the Take a Knee for DC show, and they kept calling you a bully.
Right.
So I went with Juggernaut for you.
Okay.
Ooh.
I went with Juggernaut for you.
All right.
I don't know about like bully, powerful, all of that. And I don't think you anywhere near as like arrogant as Tony Stark. So, I ain't gonna say I'm.
All right. Ooh, money, you broke up.
So
he's a wizard.
All right, I'm back, y'all.
Yeah,
Jedi mind tricking us and shit.
Yeah, damn. Al. Let me see what I want to go with. Al. Al is, I don't know, man. Al is almost like an enigma. Let me
Damn.
Oh, damn. Let me see. Let me think of somebody with Al that hadn't been captured. Let me think. Al. You know what? Damn. Let me go back to Al. Let me go to Yosh. Let me go to Yosh. I'm gonna go with damn, what's that kid's name? What's the professor's name?
Professor X?
No.
The Nutty Professor? Who are you talking about?
The one that be talking to him in their head.
Our buddy Love, yeah.
No, the leader. What's his name?
That's Professor X.
That's Professor X.
Oh, that's his name? My bad. Right. Shit, I don't hold to watch some shit. But I'm
you can't go on Marvel and DC.
Right. You gonna prove these points.
I'm gonna go with him for Yosh. Yosh, he get in your head with that shit. He'll have you believe in shit you don't really believe.
And Pooh, who did you give me? I cut out when you was.
Oh, I gave you the Riddler, man, because ever since you've been in high school, you think you're gonna outsmart motherfuckers all the time.
That makes sense. All right.
Get on my nerve with that shit. Yeah.
All right.
So let me see. Damn, still. Ow.
The crazy part why you think of Al is I don't know how we all became such good friends because we all really are just like that. Like,
right.
Arguing with us, but that's why we argue till 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to be wrong.
Right.
Makes for good friends right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
And Al, we'll argue about anything.
Hey, money. Was you at the house when Pooh was about to fight Gary?
Probably.
When Gary told him, "Boy, you don't want me to get up." Pooh said, "Well, get up then."
I was there.
No, that was V's. That was V's, wasn't it?
Oh, that was V's. That was you, right? That was V's. They was arguing over Madden and V's.
I was definitely there.
Man, you don't want me to get up. And Pooh was like, "Well, get up." Boy, I laughed about a week. Boy, that shit was so funny.
Oh, shit.
Anyway,
wow.
Hey, Pooh, go ahead, man. God, that shit was funny.
On the next show, I have to tell y'all about the time them boys was about to argue. Them boys about to fight over some French fries.
I'm gonna go Batman with Al. I'm gonna go Batman because Al can switch it up. When it's time to rub elbows with the millionaires, he can do it like that. And when it's time,
Bruce Wayne and shit.
Right. When it's time for him to save the day and kick ass, he can put on his mask and do his thing. So I'm gonna go with that for Al.
All right, dope. All right, shit, damn good question, Jace.
Yeah.
and I'm taking it. I'm liking these questions a lot we getting lately because I'm thinking.
Yeah,
a lot of
listeners
our been listening to all of our shows, so they kind of know. Like you can kind of hear the crossover in their questions. So damn good question, Jace.
Our listeners been on point the last few shows, man, with these questions.
Absolutely.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so. Damn, another good question for Kristopher from Gainesville, Florida. Kristopher wants to know, so he prefaces it with, I hear y'all ask this question all the time. So how do you defy life? Another damn good question, Kristopher. So I'll start with you, Thomas Stevens. Kristopher wants to know, how do you defy life, sir?
Man, I'm not going to go on and on because we do have money and Yoshi on. So,
I have no idea what that means. So
I think he tried to say you long-winded, yo.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I'm gonna say, be fearless, chase your dreams. It's not a sin to be, avant-garde against the grain. So, just go ahead and face your fears, man, and do what you need to do to get the job done. So I'll leave it with that.
All right. Al, how do you defy life, sir?
Dang, man, I really feel like I've been defying life all my damn life, but at this point in time, man, I'm just defying life by trying to change the fucking world. That's how I'm defying life. Trying to just change it one life at a time. That's what I'm at.
All right. Yosh, how do you defy life?
I think it's just I try my best to not live in the box, not live out the box, but believe that there is no box. You just live it. I just try to live every minute as much as I can, because with the accumulation of yesterdays, tomorrow shrink. So you kind of gotta live. You kind of gotta live in today, because today will be yesterday. So what would you have done? So.
All right. And Gerald Hedrick, how do you defy life?
I just do. I'm not gonna be long-winded because Thomas made me mad.
Yeah, exactly.
I just do. Who asked this question? What was his name?
Oh man, y'all bugging, man. Do your
Jay.
thing.
What was his name?
Kristopher.
I just do, Kristopher. I just defy life. Defy life, baby.
Take that, Thomas. Thomas.
I don't want to rob Kristopher out of his answer. So honestly, man, all of us, we're first of all, we're black men, and we all made it to 30. And statistically, that's not something that happens. We're all professionals. We're all educated. So it all starts there. We defy life, and we all of us are chasing our goals and our dreams, man. I ask myself this all the time, man. How do you get to the future? And you got to do it by defying life. So, that's just how I feel, man. One of the things I love about our brand is like you can literally apply it to anything. Anything that you try to do, you can look down and see Defy Life on your sleeve. So that's what we all about, baby.
Damn right, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, man. As much shit as we talk, as much as we play around, I love you, gentlemen, because you absolutely, are representative of what Defy Life means. So, salute to each and every one of you.
Hey, and before you go to the next thing, I just want to say that the motto that they had with Dwayne Wade, fall down 9, get up 10, that's that's just encompasses that what Defy Life is. Just, I mean, never stop trying.
No doubt. Absolutely. All right. So,
hey, are we about to move to trivia?
Well, we're gonna talk about y'all's NFL teams really quick and what we did in free agency, and then we'll move to trivia.
Hey, can I say something real fast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just because we cover this and it's big news, but man, tell me y'all seen Mike Trout's deal?
Oh my God!
Did he sign it?
Yeah.
Wow.
12 years,
$430.
$430 million. This dude about to make $500 million playing baseball.
And it's all guaranteed.
That's beyond insane. I just wanted to mention on the show, man. Yo, if y'all have kids out there, put a bat in their hand right now. If they're 3 years old, whatever. I know we all love football and basketball. Hey, they out there making $500 million. They're making $500 million playing baseball.
More importantly, that owner is making a whole lot more selling baseball.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the networks are, but still, I definitely see what you're saying, man.
I'm just saying somebody is. That's all I'm saying. Somebody.
Long gone are the days. That's why the teams and the leagues don't care about the fans anymore, because they're making so much fucking money off the advertising and TV deals. They don't really make no money on game day no more. That's just the icing on the cake these days.
And corporate sponsorships.
So now that's why every ticket $100 to the nosebleeds, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah. If you take it used to be, you could take a family of 4, get everybody a hot dog and a Coke, and it was cool. You could do that back in the 60s and 70s. Now, that's a vacation.
Yeah, and that's why it bugs me out, to hear fans throw fits, and fans be like, you should be thankful for the fans. If other than that, you wouldn't make all this money. Them days is over, buddy. You don't pay them salary no more. It always bugs me out when fans want to throw that shit up and be like, man, we pay your salary. Nah, no, you don't. You pay the people that work in the stadium, maybe. You pay the beer man, but you ain't touching. Yeah. You ain't touching you ain't touching Mike Trout's money. That money already accounted for, whether you show up to the game or not. So, but yeah, that's insane. But I will say this though. I mean, I agree with you, Money, that if you can get to that point, you can make a lot of money. But baseball may be the hardest sport to actually get to the highest level. Because it's a whole lot of dudes that's riding Greyhounds to Albuquerque, New Mexico, who would definitely disagree with, hey, make your kid pick up a bat because they sick of playing AAA and AA. So if you can get there, you can make that money. But it's hard as hell to get there, even if you're a professional. It's hard to get to the highest level.
Yeah, and the crazy part is, I didn't even think Mike Trout was the best baseball player.
Oh, Mike Trout, the truth.
He's the best in the game.
I didn't think he was the best in the game.
Yeah, best in the game right now.
Hands down. But the only thing with that is, if you look at
he ain't MVP.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he was.
And he's sellable. Last year? Probably the last few years.
Yeah, that's what I say.
He's sellable. And
don't he play for the Angels?
Yeah. He also had leverage. So that's
right.
They paid him so that we don't have to worry. You don't have to do this Manny Machado,
Bryce Harper shit.
Bryce Harper thing we just went through.
Right.
We're going to make sure you staying with us because people talking reckless about you coming to their squads.
Right.
Oh, word, check this out. He's staying right here. Right here.
Yeah.
Now shut up and play ball.
Right. But I will say this, though, because I'm big on paying attention to, body types and how historically they age. I don't know if Mike Trout's body type is going to age well.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So he ain't going to see the end of that 12 years, but he'll damn sure see the end of that 43 mil. I mean, 430 mil.
Right. And baseball is, there's plenty of bad contracts.
Yeah.
Where you have 38-year-old Albert Pujols
who, you know, is making good money, but he ain't earning in that check.
Right.
And that's why I'm just surprised they even did it, because they have a person on their squad right now that somebody tried to get rid of on the cheap, because he wasn't earning his money.
Yeah. So, but yeah, shout outs to you, Mike Trout. Go get it if they gonna sign it over to you.
Word. Let's see. So they play 182 games. That's 12 years. Anybody that quit math? Man, I just want to know how much money a game that is. Like,
that's crazy.
That's something crazy. Like 100 and like 60 grand a game.
Yeah, but I don't like doing it that way, because that, like, to me, that insinuates that that's all he does is show up and play games.
Right. No, I'm just saying, like, I know it's a lot that goes.
Yeah.
You know.
I
know.
Yeah, I hate doing that. But I get what you're saying. Either way, it's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of charges, sir. It's a whole lot of fucking charges. Oh man! All right. Well, again, thank you, Jace from Augusta, Kristopher from Gainesville. Y'all definitely keep those questions coming in. As you can tell, we definitely enjoy them. If you want to have a question answered or address something on the show, hit us up on social media at Go Defy Life, or you can email us at info@godefylife.com. So again, appreciate it. Keep them coming. Before we get on the trivia,
hold up 1 second.
Yeah,
1 second, real quick, because for the record money, that's a little over $220,000 per game.
Jesus,
just FYI. Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's why.
That's all the money. That's all the money that Shorty gave old boy.
Right.
Yeah, one game.
Right, one game. Right.
Hey,
Shit.
Charles Xavier, man. That's what
That's who Professor X is, man.
But that's what I know him as. And y'all bash me for not saying
apparently you don't know him as no damn body.
I just forgot the kid's name. Oh, I call him Charles though.
Oh,
okay. Charles, what you call him, huh? Okay. But let me ask you this then. Why don't you just call him Chuck? Just call him Chuck.
Because I like
Chaz.
Charles.
Oh, you like? Okay, I get it.
it.
So Charles Xavier. I bet, man. We weren't bashing you. We just,
You would never be able to 5 minutes on DC versus Marvel.
I'm saying, but
no.
you
DC
essentially
versus Marvel. Man.
Oh shit.
They rough over there.
Mad beef.
Mad beef.
Mad beef.
Oh man. All right. Well, I wanted to get y'all's quick thoughts on your individual teams and what they have or haven't done in free agency. Money, you first. I see y'all brought in Bruce Irvin today.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. So overall, what do you think about y'all's free agency haul, and what else could you have done if you're not happy with it?
Well, as you already know, we re-signed Eric Reed before the free agency stuff started, so we didn't let him get out the door. That makes me very happy. We brought a center in, which I can't remember his name right now, but I definitely give that move an A with the retirement of Khalil, and he's a highly rated center.
Was that Matt Paradis?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the Broncos. Good center.
Yeah, we actually cut the other bummy Khalil, so that made me really happy.
Speed bump, what they call him.
And we brought in Bruce Irvin, so I'm a happy Panthers fan. I keep hearing that Earl Watson's still a free agent, right? Because I keep hearing, Earl Thomas. Because I keep hearing little murmurs.
He signed. He signed with the Ravens.
With the Ravens.
Oh, did he sign already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we still have a few million to spend because we want to save $5 million for the draft. But I'm very, very pleased with what we've done, and I'm excited. We need another corner. But I guess we might try to address that a little later in free agency. But I'm considering that we didn't have a ton of money to spend. And we re-signed our tackle,
Darrell Williams. So I was really worried that we was going to let him get out the door to free agency, but that didn't happen either. So I'm actually very pleased with Hurney and what he's been able to accomplish this offseason.
Okay. All right. Al, see your Cowboys brought in Randall Cobb today. So
did they sign him or they just brought him in?
Yep.
Yeah, they signed him.
They signed him.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. So overall, what do you think about what y'all done, or what you haven't done, or what you would have done differently?
Honestly, I like what we've done so far. I mean, they say the hardest thing sometimes is not doing something and just kind of sitting back. And I think what Dallas knows is that, we really don't have a lot of starting roles open. So it's a lot of, getting depth and plugging some holes. So I like Cobb. That'll help with the Beasley loss. But we did keep Tavon Austin to return kicks. Right. We brought Witten back, but I don't see a lot coming from him. Honestly, I think more of leadership and, just having that veteran presence in the locker room. But, because he really wasn't bringing much when he was his last year. But, whatever. It's nice to see a familiar face. But, all in all, I like what we see because, honestly, we got dudes we got to sign. We got to re-sign DeMarcus Lawrence. We're going to have to pay Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott. You got Byron Jones. You have Jalen Smith down the line. So we got some major bills to pay and hopefully stars that will blossom in the making. So I think they're doing the right move and just going to bank on their own talent.
Right. Okay.
Cobb's done.
All right. Say Cobb's done?
Cobb's done.
He's done. He's done, son. He's done. That's how we like Adrian Peterson done. What are we talking about here?
Nah, not AP done. He's a little more done than that.
Okay.
He stick a fork in him done. Wow.
Yeah. But we just gonna use him in the slot, and he won't have a primary.
Nah, I'm just messing with you, man.
Oh man. All right. Well, you spoke up. What about your Bears? What you think about what y'all have done?
And I really wanted us to go after another pass rusher, bring another one in. We didn't do that. I guess we're banking on Leonard Floyd and the young kid that came of age last year from Delaware State, I think. Can't remember, Nichols, young kid Nichols. So, but I like the signing of Buster Screen. He was balling about 2 years ago, the year before.
That's a long time ago.
He was banged
you
up
must
a
have
little
seen him
bad.
last year.
Yeah, I'm a Jets fan. I'm telling you.
I think they may have had him out of scheme, man. But we'll see. We'll see what Buster does.
Yeah, they had him covering people. That was
right, we had him covering wide receivers.
Right.
My bad.
Well, we'll let him cover punts then. Maybe he can excel. Maybe he can excel covering punts. But I love the addition of Cordero Patterson. Returning kicks.
Okay.
And the kid,
I like him.
The kid, Travis Hall, he ran the 4.22. I just don't know if we're going to be able to get that 4.22 on the field because he's probably going to be buried on the depth chart. But other than that, man, it was cool. I still wish we could have got a pass rusher in.
No doubt.
Well, it's not over yet.
Yeah, and I think Floyd gonna be all right. If he can, Yeah.
He can stay on the field. He can stay on the field.
Stay healthy. Kid can play. He's got to stay on
the field.
the
He can play. He can play. I wish we would have did a deal for brought in Shane Ray because I think they was,
Well, shit. You talking about Floyd can't stay on the field.
Oh, well, that's true.
Unless you go bank, both of them can play 8 games.
I was just about to say they can half it up. But I think Shane Ray has better pass rushing moves than Floyd. He can get to the quarterback at a more consistent basis if he stays on the field. However, Floyd can do more. Like he can cover. So I guess you can mix and match them.
All right. Okay. All right. And probably for the most entertaining part of this whole conversation, Yosh, what do you think about the Giants, man? What y'all do and what would you have done differently?
I don't know how entertaining it's going to be because I'm not saying we did some stuff that I'm okay with.
Fans are done.
Huh?
Giants are done.
I don't know. I don't know. I think the one mistake we made is we kept Eli for no apparent reason. I think he got like naked pictures of the owner or something. You know, gotta have something. I do, and people might call me. I had somebody call me crazy earlier today. I'm actually okay with the signing of Golden Tate. He's not Odell, but nobody was going to be Odell.
Right.
Come on, man. That goes without saying.
Yeah, nobody was going to be Odell. So, and I don't, and I was.
Not Odell.
I mean, I'm just saying. But you, there was no one that could come in that would replace him. You see what I'm saying? There wasn't nobody you could get. But there's something we did get Jabril Peppers in the deal, which it filled a spot that we needed. We focused on the defense, signed Antoine Bethea, which is not a bad signing, and Marcus Golden, which is really not a bad signing.
Y'all signed Golden? I like Golden.
Yeah, so I mean, we've done some things. We also signed Olsen Pierre, the D tackle from the Cardinals, who had a really good season last year. I mean, we did some things. I think it's just everybody's in the shock and awe of losing Odell. Now it could be Gettleman is stupid, or it could be he's.
Oh yeah, Gettleman's very stupid. What do you mean?
But what I'm saying here is, if you just paid that young man, and you just can't deal with him to the point where you had to trade him, and it ain't like they got, they didn't trade him for, a box of Pop Rocks and a damn blow pop. They actually got back something for him. So.
Is that what they told y'all?
What do you think about them not keeping your best defensive player in Landon Collins?
Collins, that was another mistake I thought we made.
I'll say this: if you see what Landon Collins got paid, that may not be such a bad decision.
Yeah, no, I mean, and Landon Collins had, he was good. He could bring the thunder when he got downhill, but I think he only could play in the box. And I think when he was out in open space, when he was out. Yeah, he didn't do very well out in space. Like, what the frick you want? You saying, Like, shit, I'm saying what the fuck it is.
Yeah, and as much as I like Landon Collins, I ain't paying Landon Collins $85
I mean,
million.
I love Landon Collins to death. He just wasn't worth the money that he was asking.
Right.
But essentially, I think it's a 3-year, $42 million deal. That's horrible?
For safety who's kind of one-dimensional, I would say. I ain't gonna say it's horrible, but
I don't think he's one-dimensional. Landon
Collins, looking outside of I'll say this, and
like the year before last, he was like 2 years in a row.
Exactly. No, that was 1 year. But I always say this: if you take a player's best season and his worst season and throw them out the door, look at everything else, and that's who they are. Right, Landon Collins had one really good, like, defensive player of the year worthy type season, and then the year after that he had a horrible season. Every other year was kind of average.
Was just average, yeah. So I mean, and it ain't like he got replaced with a bum. You know what I'm saying? So I like
this replacement.
Yeah. So I mean, and to a slight degree, I think it's somewhat of an upgrade. So. I don't have any real issues with the moves. I do think, Landon Collins was more, I had liked him as a player, so I was a fan of his, so I didn't want to see him walk. Everybody on the planet that knows me know how much I hate Eli, so I wish he would just go away, but he's not for some odd reason, and I just think that I don't know how well the Odell Beckham thing is going to work out long term for the Browns. Because there was some points made that made me think about it, because I was like, man, damn, they traded Odell. There was some points made. One of them was Tom Coughlin, who was probably one of the biggest disciplinarians in the league, could not deal with him. Eli Manning, who has 2 MVPs, could not deal with him. Every single coach that had him could not deal with him. So I mean,
that's what Dave Gettleman does.
Yeah. Well,
after he cuts and releases people, then he gives you his bag of excuses.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you think about it,
well, no, it wasn't.
this,
I didn't get that from him. I got that.
Yeah, but that's the narrative that's out there now. Because that's the narrative he wanted.
There's the narrative that's out there is the narrative that's out there because I've heard it from different people as far as people on like Shannon Sharp and a couple guys on NFL Network. Hold on. They said that he is, and I'm not defending the man. I don't give a damn whether he loses his job or not. But they said he is.
My bad, yo. Go ahead. My bad, yo. Go ahead.
They have said that he's good in the locker room. He's a good locker room guy, and they're gonna love him in the locker room. But the problem's gonna come on the field when he's either not getting his balls like he should, or that he feels he should.
That kid just want to win, man.
Well,
that kid just want to win.
Okay.
And that kid going to Cleveland. Nah. That kid going to Cleveland to play with his best friend, man. They're gonna be fine.
Okay. Well, let's. All right. I get that everybody likes Odell, and he's a cool dude to like. But if we walking in reality, we've seen him do things that just ain't like just out of pocket. So we can't. A
lot of things.
So exactly.
So a lot of things out of pocket.
Right, and so we can't act like that shit didn't happen and be like, oh man, like he gonna be alright. We don't have any, and he gonna be living in fucking Cleveland. Like it ain't gonna like. I mean, there's a chance. There's a very good chance that, like Yo said, if he ain't getting the balls he want, and as much shit as we talk about Eli Manning, Baker Mayfield ain't shown us that he can lead an extent like over the long term a sufficient offense. So we don't know what things are going to be like.
I mean, if this dude ain't listening to Eli or nothing he was saying, and Baker Mayfield as fiery as he is, can you imagine if them motherfuckers get in an argument?
Right, and Baker is younger. He ain't gonna listen to Baker.
Yeah, like that.
So we can't act like somebody else is writing this narrative about Odell when he wrote a couple of them chapters.
Well, let me say this. No. Let me say this. Do I wish? Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. Let me make this point. Am I happy that they traded him? No, I did not want him to be traded. All right, so that's the truth. But you can't go back and say what ifs and couldas and wouldas. Hey, look, it happened, and so you got to figure out, okay, there was a reason. There's no reason you're going to eat that money. So there was something that made them eat the money.
Right.
It's because Gettleman's a fucking moron. What do you mean? That's the reason.
But that's what I'm like. You can't put everything on Gettleman though, because you've seen shit that Odell has done.
Yeah,
you just said you've seen it. So it's not okay. Yeah. So are you saying like you didn't just say you've seen it?
Dude, Gettleman was the GM of my fucking team.
That's not what I'm asking you, Gerald. No. I ain't gonna allow you to hijack this. No. I'm not gonna allow you to hijack this shit because we ain't talking about nothing he did in Carolina and your ill, bitter feelings there. We talking about Odell Beckham, and I just asked you. Ask everybody. We've seen Odell do shit to write his own narrative out of town. And now you gonna act like he ain't got shit to do with it.
No, I'm not acting like he don't have shit to do with it.
You just said, "Come on, man!" Like
what I'm saying is, Odell's gonna be fine in Cleveland. The Giants are gonna be fine. They're not gonna be fine without him, but they have to figure out a way to get by to get past it.
I mean, I don't think our receiver core is that bad.
Well, I'll put it like this.
We're not as good, but we're not that bad.
And I'll put it like this.
You will see when the season starts.
Well,
I mean,
I'll say that, like same thing I said last week. I don't know if everybody was here, but I don't think we probably got to go back a decade and a half to figure out when the last time the Super Bowl winning team had a top 5 receiver on their roster.
Yeah, you said that last show.
Right. And same thing, I said that about Antonio Brown, and I say the same thing about Odell Beckham. Is as much as we love fantasy stats and the regular season stats, when that shit comes to the playoffs, top flight receivers just aren't integral parts of winning Super Bowls. History's proven that. And secondly, what I'm saying is the Giants might not be better without Odell Beckham, but they might be better off.
Yeah, they might be.
Oh, Tom will tell on that. I'm just saying, as a team that was in the division, Odell made plays, and I don't know what kind of player he was, but in a lot of instances, when you got a talented player like him, you put up with shit. So I don't know what shit they said it ain't worth putting up with. You got to go. And that's up to them. That's their organization. I'm just glad we ain't got to see him twice a year. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
And I feel you. That's my whole point. Is like, can you imagine how much shit you got to put up with, and then to finally say, okay, you got to go? Imagine what the fuck has been going on.
Yeah, I don't
to trade Odell Beckham Jr. Like,
but when
you don't just do that shit on a whim.
Nah, man. When Dave Gettleman is your GM, you do that shit on a whim.
I'm saying, okay, so you saying that because he what, cut Steve Smith?
Amongst other things.
Okay, no, I'm running down the line. So
all right, let's run down the line.
Okay,
let's run. No, let me run down the line. I'm the Panthers guy here. Let me run down the line.
No, I just asked you a fucking question. I asked you about Steve Smith.
I'm not even starting. I'm not even starting Steve Smith.
Because I'm making a point. So you're saying about Steve Smith, and I'll let you get your Panthers bitterness out in a second. What I'm asking you is about Steve Smith, who punched somebody in the fucking mouth in training camp, right? And
12 years before that. Yeah, okay, right.
No,
we're talking about Steve Smith.
But that's still the same dude, right?
Same dude.
Okay. And so when you bring in Cam Newton, who is not getting along with Steve Smith, because we all know as much as Steve Smith can play, he don't want nobody else to tell him what to do. That's Steve Smith.
Yeah,
he's an alpha like these.
That's the narrative that Gettleman put out there, but we'll take it.
Yo, did you just learn this fucking word narrative? Like, everything got to be a narrative. Like, we've seen this shit happen. Like, you can't, like, it's understandable if you pick sides and you like players, but
I didn't like the Steve Smith thing, but that wasn't, I was like, okay, I can buy into that. I can buy into Steve was a locker room distraction for Cam. I can buy that.
Okay.
I can buy that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Decision. Okay, so that's what I'm saying is that's the point I was trying to get to.
But let's not. But I ain't talking about that.
But I am, and I asked you first. If you want to ask, you would have asked first. So what I'm saying,
I was trying to get to it. You wouldn't let me talk.
No, because you fucking cut me off. So what I'm saying is, when I was talking about Steve Smith, is anytime you have a quarterback versus a wide receiver, who you think gonna go first?
But that ain't the point I'm making. The point I
was making when I asked you a question, and then you totally took it on another direction. You ain't answering my question.
Your statement was, what type of things do you think have to be happening for you to just up and trade a guy or let a guy go? And you said, imagine the type of shit that be happening. And I said, well, not much when Dave Gettleman is your GM.
No, I didn't say that. I said, what kind of shit has to be happening?
That's exactly what.
If you trade Odell Beckham Jr., not a guy, you trade Odell Beckham Jr., you trade a player of that caliber, what shit you think got to be going on?
Not too much when Gettleman's your GM.
So that's the point, is what I'm saying. Is you got this dick up your ass about Gettleman. It ain't got shit to do with nothing else. You just got a beef against Gettleman.
Oh, I got a humongous beef with Gettleman.
Exactly, is what I'm saying. So if you ask the real question of what we've seen from Odell Beckham Jr. on the field, you can't say he's blameless.
I've seen some questionable things from Odell on the field.
So why?
But if that's the case, Jay, then don't give him the fucking 4 or 5 year and $80 million or whatever the fuck he got extension. Just let him be gone.
That's a different conversation, though. And then if you do that, you don't get the first and the third round pick and Jabril Peppers back for him.
So they signed him to that big ass deal just to trade him?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if
Gettleman does not have good foresight, he's not a good general manager.
I ain't arguing for Gettleman. What I'm saying is
when he is your general manager, he could trade a guy for no. It ain't gotta be shit.
Well, shit, he the general manager. That's his job. He can do that by definition. But what I'm saying is we can't act like Odell Beckham Jr. is completely blameless in any of this. Players of that caliber don't get traded for nothing.
And Jay, don't forget, let's not forget now. It ain't just Gettleman now. Like the organization had to sign off on it.
Right.
Like the Maras and the Tishes, they had to sign off on that.
Is that what you think?
Hell yeah, they had to sign off. If they wanted him to stay, you think they didn't tell him if they wanted him to stay?
You really think the Mara and the Tish family had no say in this?
Yeah, no.
That's the same questions we ask ourselves. But I mean, it'll come out when Gettleman's not there. It'll come out when Gettleman's gone.
Y'all owner was an old white racist pedophile. Like he was too busy grabbing asses and shit.
The Jordan Gross shit was crazy. The Jordan Gross shit was crazy. The D'Angelo Williams. Yeah.
Okay. Why was
the Jordan Gross
shit crazy? Why?
The Jordan Gross shit was because Gettleman basically made Jordan Gross retire or he was going to cut him. But that was the
No, how can you make somebody retire or he gonna cut you? He can just say, "Okay, cut me," and I go somewhere else. So how can you make somebody retire?
He didn't want to play anywhere else. He wanted to play his whole year with the same team.
That's not a Gettleman thing. That's an NFL thing. That happens all the time in sports. When it's time to cut a guy, that's his choice. If he says he don't want to play anywhere,
it's his choice when it's time to cut a guy. But it wasn't time to cut a guy. If you keep saying you sound like you're not defending Gettleman, but you fucking sound like you defending him to me.
No, I'm not defending Gettleman. What I'm saying is what you're complaining about going on with Gettleman happens around the fucking league. It ain't a Gettleman thing. Yes, it does. Shit, I can name. So you saying?
Well, let him come be the GM of the Steelers then, and then we can talk. When he become the GM of the Steelers. And single-handedly gut your franchise, then we can talk.
Okay.
But if you didn't have to watch him do that shit to your franchise for 4 years, you can't say nothing to me about Dave Gettleman.
Okay. What I'm gonna say is this. Because
money sound like somebody who his ex-girl cheated on him.
And this is what I'm saying.
I'm bitter as fuck.
Exactly. So just say that shit. Because I've seen Kevin Colbert tell Troy Polamalu, we gonna cut you even if you do want to retire. The greatest fucking safety in the history of the franchise, we did that shit too. But it ain't a Colbert thing. That's the way the fucking NFL works. So
if that shit happens all the time to all players, you can get over that.
He did the same thing to Hines Ward.
Well, I got a fucking laundry list.
But
I got a laundry list.
The bigger issue is your team ain't never won shit, and you got to find somebody to blame it on.
Nah, that ain't got shit to do with nothing.
That is.
That ain't got shit to do with nothing. I'm talking about Dave fucking Gettleman. Not my team, not winning shit. I'm talking about Dave Gettleman.
Alvin.
Trash ass GM. When he come to be the GM of the Steelers. In fact, that's on my fucking Christmas list. I wish Dave Gettleman get fired by the Giants and become the GM of the fucking Steelers for the next 5 years.
And I wish you shut the fuck up so I could talk to Al. Alvin.
Yes, sir.
So, question.
Yeah.
Has Jerry Jones made mistakes as his tenure as a GM?
Plenty,
right? Yosh.
Yeah.
The previous.
But Jerry Jones is the owner.
Shut
he
the
can't
fuck
fire
up, man.
himself.
We trying to have a conversation. You keep talking about Dave Gettleman, man. Yosh.
Yeah.
Who's the previous GM of the Giants?
Oh Christ, I can't remember his name. I can't remember.
Right.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, go ahead.
Did he make mistakes as a GM?
Yeah, every GM makes mistakes.
Exactly, but you seen your team win 2 Super Bowls with the mistakes and all, right?
Yeah.
Al, you seen your team win 3 Super Bowls with all the mistakes that Jerry done made, right?
That is correct.
So it's a little easier to understand the mistakes when you getting something out of the deal. Only time that shit fucking matters is when you ain't win shit, then you got to find somebody to blame it on is what I'm saying. And then you follow the stigma of Dave Gettleman the rest of his fucking career because he ain't never win you shit. Like, ain't nobody else ever won you shit. Why you ain't got this same beef with Cam Newton? Why you ain't got this same beef with Hurley? It's the same fucking thing. They ain't never won you shit, and they all make mistakes.
Nah, I fucks with Hurney. Hurney don't make those type of mistakes.
What type? The type that don't win you Super Bowls?
The fucking type of mistakes that Gettleman makes to set your franchise. But first of all, your franchise goes through periods of when you have some down years. You have some. I'm talking about when you are in a championship caliber window, and then the GM go fuck everything up.
So it's Dave Gettleman's fault that Cam Newton fumbled away the fucking Super Bowl.
Nah, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Exactly. So where all that smoke for everybody else at?
And that wasn't Dave Gettleman's team. That was Hurney's team.
So it's Hurney's fault.
No, it ain't nobody's fault. That's just what happened.
It's nobody's
fault. I'm not talking about the play on the field. I'm talking about the GM's job isn't the play. The GM's job is to provide the best personnel to the franchise.
Okay, so
that's the GM's job.
Okay, so if a GM recognizes that an aging left tackle's play is declining based on what we pay him, and I'm going to cut you because it's time. Because in most cases with successful franchises, we've seen it happen over and over again. It's better to cut a player a year too early than a year too late. He decided to do that with Jordan Gross. You got to beef with that.
No, it's not. Any one individual thing isn't. It's the entire body of work.
You brought up Jordan Gross.
That was the first fuck up.
Okay, what was the
second
one?
The first fuck up.
D'Angelo Williams.
The second one was D'Angelo Williams.
Who you?
I would have liked for D'Angelo. I would have we could have re-signed D'Angelo and let him play that year that he went and had for y'all. He could have had it for us, but that's cool. Whatever. Then it was let's not forget that next year we cut every single wide receiver on our roster and went into the next year with Jason Avant and some other niggas.
Who did you cut? Who did you cut?
Everybody, the whole receiving core.
Well, yeah, but they could have been. But those dudes could have been Beavis and Butthead and me and you. They could have been.
They were better than no. They were better.
You can't
than
even
Brinson
name no
Burson.
fucking names.
They were better than Brinson Burson and Jason Avant. I can tell you that.
Who were they?
It's the same. It was Brandon LaFell. It was Steve Smith and a few other guys.
So you bitching over Brandon LaFell and a few other guys.
I'm bitching over Brandon LaFell and Steve Smith over Jason Avant and Brinson Burson. Hell fucking yeah.
Well, you just told me you was good with Steve Smith being cut. That was a good decision. So we talking about Brandon LaFell.
For the sake of the fuckery of the argument, I'm good with the decision. I hated the decision when it happened. So then the next year, the next year, we had to overcome that shit. The next year, we ended up being pretty good. Then we went to the draft and we drafted some dudes and they ended up being pretty good. But none of them got re-signed. All of those dudes play for another team now. You can't grow your organization when you busting on drafts and you simultaneously letting your best veterans go.
So what I'm hearing
in the span of and then the next year we go to the Super Bowl and then we cut our entire secondary
because them niggas got burnt in the Super Bowl. So what I'm hearing is your team did the same shit that 31 other teams do in the NFL. They just ain't won a Super Bowl and you pissed at it.
Nah, that ain't what I'm saying.
That is exactly
what I'm saying is Dave Gettleman is an inept GM.
All I know is my GM make mistakes, but he got me 2 Super Bowls. I'm good with him. Yoshi GM made mistakes. He got him 2 Super Bowls. He good with it. Al's GM make mistakes. He got him 3 Super Bowls. He good with him. The only thing that stands out is he ain't never won you a Super Bowl.
Nah.
We got what money's saying, man.
If we would have won the Super
So who's the GM that won Super Bowls for you? Is what I'm asking.
If he was a GM when we went to the Super Bowl in 2015, if we would have won, shit, I would still have major beef with Dave Gettleman. A, because he didn't build the core of that team, and B, because he's a fucking trash GM.
So he was damned if you do, damned if you don't. So who's the GM that has won a Super Bowl for you?
We have, organizationally, we have not won a Super Bowl. That's a stupid question.
Exactly. So that's the bigger issue.
That's not the bigger issue.
The bigger
that ain't
issue
the bigger issue.
It is because if you had won a Super Bowl with them decisions that he made, you'd be okay with him. You'd be able to let a lot of that shit slide.
If he won the Super Bowl through those decisions, I wouldn't be feeling like this.
Exactly.
If I didn't think this Carolina Panthers had a championship caliber team and he set us back 3 whole fucking years, I wouldn't have a beef with him.
But how do you have a championship caliber team when you ain't won a championship?
Because we've been what?
How do you have a championship caliber team and you ain't never won shit with it?
The window in which we had the opportunity where all of our guys were young and the window in which that happens is small in sports.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you this. There's no such thing as a fucking window in sports. Every year, each team is different. There's no window for a team to win a championship. So if you haven't won anything, you're not championship caliber.
They talk about windows to win the championship all the time. Yeah, if you have a young core of guys, and they are all exceptionally talented, you can have a window in which the personnel and the salary cap and all that shit fits together when you have a window where you can try to win a championship.
Hey, Pooh.
Yes, sir.
Who is that?
My next door neighbor.
Exactly. And what is your next door neighbor?
He's a fucking mailman.
He's a fucking mailman. And he gonna tell you about a bunch of fucking windows that you can win. You know who else talked about windows? Keon Small talked a lot about windows. And last year's team did this, and so this year's team gonna do this too. Like, no, each team is different. So there's no such thing as windows. Either you win that year or you don't, right? And so you can't count on coming back from the Super Bowl, we got a chance to win another one. No, this is a whole other season with a different team. You can't blame that man for Cam having a shitty season or for Jonathan Stewart not living up to what they thought. Like, that ain't his fault.
I never blame him for anybody having a shitty season. And that's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is you put Jason Avant was fucking trash. He was at best a fourth position receiver, which we signed as a number 1.
So Brandon LaFell, 800 yards. Yeah, Brandon LaFell was the same guy. He's just much more expensive.
Nah, he was a lot faster, and he could actually get open sometimes.
I'm saying that same mailman Pooh just talking about is faster than me. Maybe they don't make him a better football player.
They ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man. You just talking. You trying to continue to rile me up, and that ain't gonna work.
So I did rile you up, though, is what you're saying.
Hey.
I'm all the way riled up. First of all, you already know I'm riled up.
Okay.
Second of all,
okay.
Hey, money.
I got you riled up.
Hey, money sound like somebody the girl cheated on him. He pointing at the new dude like, she gonna cheat on you. She gonna cheat on you like she did me. She did me wrong. She gonna do the same thing to you.
I'm trying to warn you, boy. He gonna fuck your franchise all the way up.
Money, let me just say something. Like,
hey, man,
how much do I really care? Like, at the end of the day,
what did the Giants actually win with Odell Beckham Jr.?
What did we win? Like, we didn't win anything with him.
All right.
They didn't have a good team around them.
I'm just saying
we ain't have nothing to do with that.
It ain't like, it's fine. Like, I would have been. Did I want him to be traded? No, I did not. But he is.
Nah, show 99. Show 99 when next year when he in 2 years when Saquon gone for whatever reason, then come talk to him.
We'll know that if it happens.
When that happens, we will be there.
Yeah, we'll be on show 199 then, and we'll talk about it then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got a question for Yoshi, man.
What's up, Pooh?
Hey, but Money said, yo, just sit back. The next 3-4 years, don't watch it get them and gut your fucking teeth. Where y'all at? Crying. Hey, but I've been
Yo, Money is scarred, man. That dude is scarred.
That kid is, boy, get him a little church.
Get him and can't leave his house. If Money in New York.
Money
Word up.
Yeah, money gonna be about bad as like old racist white folks. He gonna have a heart attack, and Dave Gettleman gonna come save him. Be like, get that motherfucker off of me. I'd rather die.
Right.
He killed my franchise.
Hell yeah, he gutted my franchise.
The only thing worse than a Gettleman is a Gettleman lover. Like,
you defending Gettleman?
You defending Gettleman? God damn it! I'm about to
Gettleman apologist.
God damn.
Easy, man.
Go ahead. What you about to ask me, Pooh?
Watch him gut your fucking teeth. Oh, I was gonna just ask you about Landon Collins and Jabril Peppers. You said you think you guys got a tad bit of an upgrade for that. I just wanted to ask you, what did you think that Jabril was better at than Landon?
I think Jabril plays, although Landon Collins played well in the box, and Jabril Peppers does the same thing as well. I think Jabril Peppers does a slightly better job in space than Landon Collins does. And I mean, we got to upgrade at the other safety with Antoine Bethea. So
yeah.
I mean, so it actually is actually going to allow Jabril to really play around the line of scrimmage now. Especially with our linebacker core being as weak as it is. So, I think he's a tad bit faster than Landon Collins. I think he's got better range than Landon Collins. I'm not so sure of hitting wise if he's going to bring that thud like Landon did, but definitely, I think it's an upgrade. It's not major, but I think we filled, like, we didn't lose Landon Collins and fill him with me. You know what I'm saying? So, we filled him with a perennial Pro Bowl safety. So I'm good with that.
At 1/10 of the price.
Yeah.
For now. Yeah.
Yeah. For now.
But there he's probably gonna be closer to the line, and they're gonna have probably Peppers roaming, right? Because there's in the box safety, right?
Bethea? Yeah. No, I mean, but to have two corners that can come down and make a play and can have some range outside.
Ain't Bethea like old as dirt though? Like any kind.
He's not that old. He's
like
old.
31, right?
Yeah, he's like 31. He's probably got about 3
He's 34.
He's 34.
Yeah, but
he's 34.
Yeah, but that's what Peppers excelled at in Cleveland, was like being a center fielder and playing deep safety.
Yeah.
So they're two different kind of players comparing him to Landon Collins, but I think considering how young he is, I think Peppers had a lot more room for growth, and I think he fits better in today's NFL.
And not only that, I think that Bethea is old, but I'm thinking we're gonna pick a safety early.
Okay, that makes sense.
We're gonna pick a safety early, and then kind of ease him in. I'm not talking about like the first round, but maybe second, maybe third. I can see that.
Now with Gettleman, y'all gonna pick
Gettleman.
Gettleman, oh my God, yo, he needs counseling.
It's not in his organizational philosophy. We need to get draft safeties.
We need to get Lynn on the phone, and we need some counseling.
Oh,
we need some love, man.
Oh,
hold on.
That kid he's gonna continue to sign
money, man.
He's gonna sign old safeties. What do you mean he's not gonna draft? If he drafts a safety, it'll be a 4th round guy, and maybe he turns into something.
Hey, man, money, man.
He doesn't.
Come on, Bring the love, man. Come on, money. Money. Let's bring it back, man. Bring it back. Bring it back. We all right.
Yo, wait.
We all right, man. We all right, man.
Hey, yo, money said he's gonna sign almost.
Oh, safety.
What
money?
What he already did? No, dude. I seriously. This is how he organizationally runs a team. He doesn't put high stock in safeties and drafting safeties. Like, he'll sign a safety because it's not a priority position to him. His priority positions are defensive and offensive line.
What shit? He just traded for him. He just traded for a safety.
He's gonna sign old safety.
Okay. When he'll cut Bethea last about a season or two, and then he'll sign another 35-year-old safety.
So did I don't know. Y'all ready for some trivia, man?
Man,
Al, you ready?
Yeah.
She ain't made me no grits. She ain't gonna make you no grits.
Oh, man,
show
please.
99, though. We gonna come back to this show when after they run Gettleman out of town. We gonna come back to this show. So Yoshi can personally tell me, hey, money, you was right, dog.
We gonna do trivia as soon as money finish talking about Dave Gettleman. Go on, money.
My bad, I'm sorry. Hey, that's a trigger. Dave Gettleman, a trigger for me. And the crazy part is, he wasn't gonna get fired until he tried to trade Greg Olsen and Thomas Davis. Like,
oh god.
But no,
Al, please don't tell me you have a Dave Gettleman segment in your trivia.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Of course I do.
Hey, I was about to fire it back up, but I think we've had our moment.
Nah, man.
Yes.
Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone.
I'll just say, Gerald, money, I am rooting for you. I am hoping he guts the squad personally.
Man,
so
Dave,
I'm there with you, bro. That's all I'm
Dave
saying.
Gettleman is the best GM ever.
Yeah. I agree.
He's the best GM ever.
So, y'all ready for some trivia?
Yeah.
Y'all ready to do this? Okay. So let's see. Simple rules, fellas. We going 5 categories, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We got one category that got double points. Categories are 1, AT aliens. 2, hip-hop ebonics from the 90s. 3, hip-hop freestyle. Hip-hop freestyle was just kind of random questions about hip-hop. 4, Gone Too Soon, but NBA. So if y'all remember, I did the Gone Too Soon hip-hop where I gave y'all how somebody passed, and you had to give me the name of who that MC was that died. So same thing, Gone Too Soon, NBA. I tell you how he died, you tell me who the person was. Okay. And then last one is hip-hop soundtracks. So for that one, I'm going to read off about 3, 4, 5 songs from this soundtrack. You got to tell me what soundtrack it was. And if you guess what year that soundtrack was released, you get the double points. Nice. All right, so that's the double point. That's the double pointer right there. So we got AT aliens, hip-hop ebonics from the 90s, hip-hop freestyle, random questions, Gone Too Soon, NBA, and hip-hop soundtrack. All right.
And points are 1 through 5 or 10 through 50?
Yeah, 10 through 50. We'll keep it simple like that. So who's up first? Who won last week?
Shit, who did win last week?
Okay, then
I think
we're going.
Well, because I hosted, and
I wasn't on. So
Who wasn't on? So it was Yoshi and Money one.
Money one.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the order. We going.
I think Dave
Gerald
won.
We got Gerald, JR, Yosh, and Pooh. That's the order. Gerald, Yosh, Gerald, JR, Yosh, and Pooh. We're going 6 rounds. There's 25 questions, but we're going six rounds. Yeah. So it's gonna be extra questions, but that's okay. Cool. We're just going 6 rounds. Gerald, it's on you, boy. What you got, bro?
All right, give me Dave Gettleman for
72 points.
Nah, give me Gone Too Soon, man.
Got your
Let's see what that'll be about.
Which one? 10, 20.
Give me 10.
Okay, 10. In May 2011, he was found dead at his apartment in Isla Verde, Puerto Rico, of an apparent heart attack. May 2011.
Wow. May 2011.
10, 9.
Go ahead. Are these players that passed during their playing career, or are they just passed?
Correct.
Okay. Shit.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got an answer?
I don't know.
Robert Tractor Trailer. Remember Tractor Trailer? Played in Michigan?
He played for us.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah.
I didn't know he died.
Yeah.
Had a heart attack.
Yeah.
All right. That will put you JR next. What you got?
Let me gut your franchise for 50. Oh man, let me get AT Aliens for 50.
AT Aliens for 50. Okay. Okay. This MC has several self-released albums and mixtape, but his first album, Camp, was released in 2011. He had a second studio album, Because the Internet, in 2013, and his third album, Awaken My Love, was released in 2016 with the single Redbone, which got him a Grammy.
Childish Gambino.
That would be correct.
Or Donald Glover.
Or Donald Glover. Take your pick. All right.
Nice work.
Yosh, what you got?
What are the categories again? AT Aliens, Gone Too Soon.
Gone Too Soon, NBA, Hip Hop Freestyle, Hip Hop Soundtrack, and Ebonics 90s Slang.
Ebonics 90s Slang. Hip Hop 90s Slang for 30.
Okay, for 30. Okay, fill in the blank. A whip is a...
Oh, it's a car.
That would be a car, sir. That would be correct.
Okay.
Pooh, it's on you. What you going to do?
Oh, mine that easy. Let me get your bunny.
Hey, I didn't say it was going to be hard. I didn't say they were all going to be hard. 50.
Yeah.
Your steez is what?
Oh.
Wow. Your girlfriend, old lady.
Nah.
Hit him with a Yoshi.
It's your style, son. What's your steez?
Your style, man.
Yeah,
Where you
man.
been at?
Where you been at for the last 2 decades? What you been doing?
Y'all know Pat
I
never
didn't know
say
that one,
Steez.
Oh, my bad.
And I thought he was saying sneeze.
Steez, man.
Your sleeves.
Right.
What you got? Money. Money's up next. What you got?
Shit, let me go with that slang shit for the 40.
To get snuffed means...
Oh shit, somebody hit you and you weren't looking.
I'll get that. We'll accept that. We'll accept beat town. We'll get stomped the fuck out. We'll let all of that.
Yeah, you get snuffed.
Yeah, you got snuffed out.
You got snuffed. Okay. Right. Who's next? JR, what you got?
Let me get AT Aliens for 40.
AT Aliens for 40. Okay. So, Outkast's first album was Southern Playalistic, right? It was released in 1994. Mm-hmm. They had the single Players Ball. Mm-hmm. They then released AT Aliens in 1996. Hold on, just lost my notes. Okay, 1996. And Aquemini in 98. And in 2000, they released Stankonia with Miss Jackson and B.O.B. They then released a double album. So for double points. No.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm sorry. Not even for double points. For the points. What year was that album released?
Oh, okay.
You mean that next album? The double album?
The double album was released in what year? 10, 9, 8, 9. Oh, my man. Appreciate you.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That would have been 2005.
That would be wrong.
It's 2003.
It is 2003.
Yeah, I just thought about it. Shit. Okay.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Yoshi, it's on you. What you got, sir?
Ebonics for the 20.
Ebonics for the 20. So we got flossing means
showing off or showing
what that means. Yeah.
Showing all your stuff.
We'll take that.
Chains and cars and
that's flossing.
Whips and steeds and stuff.
Whips.
Right. And then you're gonna get snuffed out on your way home.
Right. Your stuff you're gonna get jacked.
Pooh, what you got?
Let me get sound tracks for the 50.
Oh, my man. Here we go. It's your wheelhouse, right? For the 50, right? Okay. What album was this? It had Keep Their Heads Ringing, Dr. Dre. Letting Niggas Know. Roll It Up, Light It Up, Smoke It Up. I Want to Get Next to You with Ross Royce. Coast to Coast with Alcoholics. And Hoochie Mama with 2 Live Crew.
And that's the 50-point question?
Hold on, son. This ain't your show. What are we doing here?
That's the 50-point question?
Hold on. When you had all your sound effects, I was giving you props.
Okay, go ahead. You're right.
That's not how we do this.
I got you, Al. Here we go.
That's what we're doing? Thank you.
7,
oh, wait, you done?
6,
You done?
5,
Yeah,
4,
that's it.
3, 2, 1.
Dude, I don't know.
Wow.
Friday,
man.
That would be Friday.
Shoot up. I ain't know it.
Okay. Gerald, what you got?
All right, what's out here, Al? What's out here?
Okay, so we got hold on one second. I got AT Aliens 10, 20, 30, Ebonics for 10. You got all the hip hop freestyle 10 through 50, Gone Too Soon 20, 30, 40, 50, and then hip hop soundtrack 10, 20, 30, 40.
Let me close out Ebonics for 10.
Okay. Then the 10 for Ebonics is to grub means.
Oh, you picking up, you eating.
That means you're getting some food. That is correct.
Yeah.
JR, that is closing out Ebonics. All right, Jay, what you got?
Let me get NBA Gone Too Soon for 50.
For 50. Okay. After his best NBA season, he died in a traffic accident June 1993, 4.5 months before his 29th birthday.
Dragan Petrovic.
That would be Drazen Petrovic.
Petro. Wow. That's my guy. He used to kill on live.
All day.
He was a shooter. Yo, what you got?
Soundtracks for 40.
Okay. Okay. This one, you got Wishes, Nathan Morris of Boys and Men, All Out on My Own with Shaheem, No Tighter Wish, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Show Me Your Love, Immature, If You Believe, Spinderella, and Boys Will Be Boys, Backstreet Boys.
Wow.
10, 9.
Oh, and I swear
8,
I'm in love.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He gave it to himself. Yo, who talking about?
Got the best out of the tracks. That's Kazam.
Wow. I only saw that movie once, and I was sorry that I did.
Yeah. I think he can speak for everybody on that one.
Wow.
I wanted to
I'm sorry, Shaq. All my Shaq fans. All my Shaq fans. Pooh, where you going?
Man, what's left? I need points. I gotta get off the snap.
You got Gone Too Soon, 20, 30, 40. Hip Hop Soundtrack, 10, 30, 10, 20, 30. All the Hip Hop Freestyle. And then ATLN's 10 through 10, 20, 30.
Going Too Soon for the 40.
Okay, Gone Too Soon for 40. Okay. In 2000, he died in an automobile accident at the age of 30. He attended St. John University. He played 8 seasons in the NBA for the Pacers, Clippers, Detroit Pistons, and Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, I forgot about him. Wow.
Malik Sealy?
That is correct. Yeah. No, Malik Sealy.
All right.
All right. So that was 40 for Gone Too Soon. Yeah, there's a few cats in here that I kind of forgot about. Gerald's on you, sir.
Gone Too Soon for the what's left?
30 and 20.
Gone Too Soon
30
for the
and
20.
He died of he suffered a sudden cardiac death on the basketball court at an off-season practice in July 27 of 1993 in Brandeis University, Waltham, Massachusetts. He was 27 years old.
Wow. We get that countdown, though.
Man.
10, 9, 8, 7,
playing the
6,
countdown,
5,
well,
4,
play with them countdown
3, 2, 1.
Ralph Sampson.
Reggie Lewis.
Wow.
Oh,
Reggie Lewis. Reggie Lewis it is. All right,
So
we in the...
he got that right.
No, JR did, but... appreciate the sound effects.
I wasn't even close, kid.
I didn't hear who said it. That's why I was like, who said it?
I wasn't even close, kid.
Either way, it was like 2 seconds after the buzzer.
JR, what you got?
What we got left in ATLians?
10, 20, 30.
We got ATLians for 30.
Okay. In the early 90s, so let me take this back, right? So it's called ATLians, but it's not really just folks in Atlanta. It's a couple of this crew. They not from Atlanta.
Oh, fuck.
That's all I'm trying to say. So just work with me. Work with me.
Damn.
In the early 1990s, this rap group was the focus of a widely publicized obscenity trial where critics urged censorship of their music because of its misogynistic lyrics.
2 Live Crew.
That would be correct. That would be correct. There's a couple of, but don't worry about it. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling.
Right.
Okay, who's next? That was 30 for AT Aliens. Yosh, where you at? Which one?
The next highest hip hop tracks, hip hop movie tracks
for soundtrack. Gotcha. That would be 30, and we have you got Don't Be Afraid with Aaron Hall. It's going down, EPMD. So You Want to Be a Gangster, Too Short. Enough Respect, Big Daddy Kane. Is It Good to You, Teddy Riley. Uptown Anthem, Naughty by Nature.
Juice.
Okay, and double points if you can guess what year.
Oh shit, 1992.
That is correct. Yep, that is correct. Juice. And yes, that was a dope soundtrack.
Yeah.
Dope ass
Dang, this brother comes prepared. He ain't got the applause. Okay.
I'm glad you knew that one, Yosh.
Why? Oh, you was gonna try to roast me?
Nah, that I was just happy that I knew it.
Cause shoot, I know Pooh was over there about to pass out, had a shakes and shit. Damn, why I didn't get 30?
What you got, Pooh? What you going with?
Man, I got to try to double up with that 40 because that's nothing. That's the highest thing up there. That double up, isn't it? 40.
As well as you got hip hop freestyle 10 through 50.
I'm gonna give me that 50. Just swing for the fences.
That's what I'm talking about, sir. Okay, so this hip hop icon not only helped invent DJing, but he literally invented the piece of hardware that made the modern DJ mixer a reality. So he made what's known as now the crossfader, the switch that toggles between the two turntables. Who's this guy?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
DJ Premier?
Grandmaster Flash.
Grandmaster Flash.
I know, but just think, I mean, like all DJ mixers now have that little crossfader. And
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He did that. Okay, so that's 50. And Gerald, what you got?
Give me that last Gone Too Soon.
Okay.
Close it out.
This is for 30. After collapsing months before at a home basketball game in March 1990, he collapsed again in the first half of a conference tournament semifinal game. He had just scored a dunk on an alley-oop pass.
Gotta know this one.
Gotta know this.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I'm gonna go with Simpson again.
Wow. That would be
the
Hank
bank
Gathers.
Right. So while we
Hank
Gathers. So while we bullshitting, is Ralph
Hank
Sampson
Gathers.
dead for real?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Was Money trying to kill this
Money keep killing him.
I'm like, I don't think so.
Money done killed the man twice.
Really?
I thought he was dead. I thought he died on the court.
Oh man.
Nah, I don't think so.
Honestly, I kept going back to that category because I thought you was going to ask about Bobby Fields.
Bobby Fields. I knew you was trying to go there for Bobby Fields.
And I was like, yo, I got to get the Bobby Fields one.
What happened to Bobby Fields?
Car accident.
He died in a car accident.
Wow. Okay. No.
Wasn't he like drag racing a teammate or something like that?
Yeah, him and David Wesley.
Yeah.
On top, flying down Tavula.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, I just knew you was gonna ask me that one.
My bad.
Or at least that one was gonna be in there. Yes, it was strategy. It's all good. I ain't on none of them shits.
Okay, Jay, what you got?
Hold
on, let me give y'all a recap. We in the 5th round. So we got this round and the next round left. Gerald has 50, JR got 130, Yoshi has 110, and Pooh has 40.
All right. Man, let me go ahead and put this thing out of reach. Let me get what else? I know we got 10, 20, 30, 40 in hip-hop freestyle, right?
And then 10, 20 NAT Aliens, and then hip-hop soundtrack 10 and 20.
All right, let me get the 40 for freestyle.
Okay. In the early 2000s, as hip-hop moved to the South, there were 2 New Orleans-based record companies that produced a staple of artists. Who are those 2 companies?
Wow.
10, 9,
no limit.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so, No Limit and shit.
The other was Cash Money.
Cash Money. Fuck, yeah.
I can't believe you forgot that. They were doing it for the 9-9.
Nigga, you got 10 points.
Clowning you.
First of all, I got 50 points. And second of all, fuck you. Like I'm from Baltimore. Fuck you.
Like Miggs. You sound like Miggs.
That's funny.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Stretch.
What you got?
That's one of the illest lines I ever heard from battle rap. Was a nigga said, "I'll stretch you out like a Baltimore nigga."
That's you.
Y'all silly as shit.
Right. Oh, and quick note on Grandmaster Flash: before he invented the crossfader, the nigga used to mark his records with crayon so he'd know where to switch the records at. That nigga was genius. But go ahead.
We've come a long way.
Right.
Yeah. The hip hop freestyle for 30?
Yep. So in 1990, this rapper released the song "The Breaks." This became the first certified gold rap song.
Oh shit!
Like I just listened to this shit the other day.
10, 9,
10,
there you
9,
go.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Curtis Blow.
Yep, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yo,
Curtis
it's something
Blow.
about that
I wasn't allowed to listen to rap music until 1992.
Okay.
It's something about that dude voice counting down that put pressure on you, man. The countdown dude.
Damn.
All right, bye.
Okay, so Jay, you got 130. Yoshi, you got. Who you got? Oh, I need to bring that up, but. My bad.
Fucking
bad host.
Fucking Batman.
Bad host. I gotta work on that. Okay.
Oh shit.
Where you headed, Jay?
What's left again?
You got AT Aliens 10 and 20, and hip hop freestyle for 10, and hip hop soundtrack for 10.
All right, we're AT Aliens for 20.
AT Aliens for 20. In 2003, conservative talk show host Bill O'Reilly initiated a nationwide protest campaign that was largely responsible for Pepsi ending a partnership with this rapper. when he questioned the rapper's lyrical content?
Luda.
Luda! Move, bitch! Get out the way. That would be correct.
But he said nothing about them still holding on to Ozzy Osbourne and his family. Fucking
that's why O'Reilly got canned them damn self.
Right.
But that's in
exactly.
Yosh.
Soundtracks for 10.
Gotcha. Okay, this one is To the Break of Dawn with LL Cool J and Marley Marl. I Can't Do Nothing For You, Man, Flavor Flav. Why You Getting Funky on Me Today? And Ain't My Type of Hype.
House Party.
And what year?
1989.
Ooh, not bad. It was 90.
Damn.
Not bad, though. That was a pretty good guess. And, Pooh, I'm just going to give you the number one hip-hop freestyle because I was hoping this would come for you. Pac's first album, Tupacalypse, was released in what year?
Ain't my type of hype. Go.
Who? Did you still on here?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, 1991.
That would be 1991. Dang. And that ends trivia this week for show 1999, the Warren Stapp edition. And JR, you are the winner with a point of 150.
Was there
Good
ever
job.
any fucking doubt? No.
Keep fucking around. I'm going to gut your club. You keep fucking with me. I'll gut your team, son. To the white meat.
Man,
yeah.
What's that for?
The outro music, man. Go ahead and say something.
No,
Ain't you supposed to be talking?
I don't outro to Tupac. No.
Wow, we got outro music now. I outro to Tupac, man.
Oh yeah, that's Money's intro music. Like,
okay, what you want to outro to, Jay?
What
you want to outro to?
That's my intro music.
My voice.
What you want to outro to? Your voice?
Yes.
That's it?
Yes. I'm
Wow.
bored.
Yoshi's like, I don't want to do that.
Right.
That's fine.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I guess
that's Money's theme. I don't want to go out to Money's theme song.
Well, that's what I'm asking. What song do you want?
I feel you. I like that. Appreciate that, Jay.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Definitely not that. But I ain't got nothing big, man. Again, I'm gonna plug this shit. If you are not yet a patron of Defy Life, please hit up our Patreon page, patreon.com/Go Defy Life, and become a patron of Defy Life. Also, get ready for that spring line dropping from Defy Life Gear on 4/1/19. So that's April 1st. And also go out. Everybody that can get there, go out and support the PD basketball All-Star game. It's going to be a dope event, and our name is all over it. Kudos to Yoshi again for being part of the committee and putting that thing together. That's big stuff. But yeah, everything you can do to support the Defy Life movement, man, let's keep it moving. And everybody who has been supporting and continue to support, we all definitely salute you. Thanks for your support. Defy Life.
Defy Life.
All right. I don't know who else want music and stuff, but now y'all can do that stuff.
Okay.
I thought.
So okay, so it's my turn.
I thought normally we start with the host trivia.
Yeah, Al, you host it. Go ahead, man.
What I gotta say tonight? Man, I just want to. We got a new Defy Life fan,
Walterboro, South Carolina. I got a family member, aunt, just got out of surgery, and she's like, it was one of them life-threatening surgeries. She survived, she pulled out, and she wants to represent with our brand as she goes forward in her life. Because she was digging my picture that I posted from with the shout out to the Defy Network. She was like, "Hold on, I want one of those." That's where I'm at right now. I'm defying life, so I want to shout her out. Glad she's recovered, and I told her I'll wait for the spring brand to drop so she could have the hot shit. Nice. But just the movement continues.
Absolutely, that's the epitome of Defy Life. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Yoshi, man, what you got?
Hey, man, once again, y'all got to come out not this week, but next week, March the 29th, out to the PD area All-Star game. Everything kicks off kind of about 5:30. You might want to get there at 5. It's supposed to be a sellout crowd. Also, know that, Defy Life is one of the sponsors, so come out and support. Also, the spring line's dropping. We cannot say that enough. Go visit the Patreon page. Definitely check out the podcast network. We got some very, very dope podcasts. Marvel vs. DC, Lynn and Kim show, who just celebrated their 20th episode. Black Gumbo.
DJ Blaze.
DJ Blaze radio show. So it's really, 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 really dope on the network. Relationship status. Yeah, man. CL and Neek, they doing big things on that show. It's enjoyable listening to all of our podcasters. And then last but not least, if you just don't want to hear talking, you could always tune into Defy Life Radio. We're actually going to be dropping a new schedule. For those who don't know, we have just started posting lunch breaks. So on your lunch break, if you need just some music to get you through the lunch break, every day we're going to have a different lunch break mix brought to you by our newest DJ T-Raw. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, you will have a lunch break. It's about a 25-minute mix to get you through your break, unless you're listening to a podcast. So tune into Defy Life Radio, definitely on the move upward.
Word. All right. Thomas Stevens, what you got to close us out?
And Defy Life.
Damn right. Can't forget the tag. Thomas Stevens, what you got to close us out, sir? Oh, no, not close us out, because Money got that. Pooh, you still there?
I don't think he's here. I think when his points ran out, he ran out.
Yeah, that kid.
I think he hit us with the night crawler.
He must have. Oh man. Well, Gerald Hedrick, what you got for us, sir?
Yo. Y'all already know, man. The real is back. I'm not gonna go into. I just want to give the fans and the listeners like a special shout out, man. Thanks for listening. I know we can't plug the stuff enough, but I mean we're plugging all night. So if you haven't heard, go out, support Patreon, all of that, and you already know what I'm gonna say, man. If you are not rocking, if you're not messing with Defy Life, man, what is your life about? Get with us, Defy Life.
Right. Yeah, man. Another great show, guys. This is the longest show we had in a while, but again, thanks to Latoya Calhoun from Soleful Healings. Y'all definitely check her out. And again, check out all the stuff we are growing with on the network, on the website, on the gear. We definitely doing this, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you listening here. So this is episode 99. We'll be back with a big episode. We got another milestone next week. It'll be episode 100. So it's gonna be a big one.
Yeah,
absolutely. So we'll talk to y'all then. Until then, Defy Life.
Defy Life.
Defy Life.